What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How's everybody doing today? Hope everyone's having a great day. Today we got racing from Las Vegas.
Top 3 cars finished within 7,000ths of a second. Send it in to turn number 1. That's the battle cry. The bottom of the racetrack belongs to Daniel Suarez, getting some help. Kyle Busch.
The outside lane got that run down the back like they always do. Got Suarez to the lead, and then it was kind of like, okay, who and what's behind me?
Yeah, at that point, I'm looking to my rearview mirror more than what I'm looking ahead. Nice out, he got out of shape.
Oh, such a huge save by Busch.
I wouldn't say that it was that big of a deal to me as maybe as it seemed on TV.
That was very, very important that he didn't wreck, because if he was wrecking, I don't feel like I was going to have a shot anymore. And I was able to block the 19. She was very tight, but I had to do that. And then I looked back, and there was a 2. I said, well,
Hello, good afternoon, David Wilson. What's up, Matt? How you doing?
Wasn't in the gas, didn't want to push a Chevy to the win.
I don't blame him. You know, he didn't want to give me the push to pass his teammate. I was going to have to do something else.
1 lap to go.
I knew coming off of 2, Blaney's there, and it's like, I knew he was going to block, but I didn't know how bad.
If I blocked the middle or tried to make a late block on the 8, I feel like the percentage of getting wrecked was pretty high.
Does he block high? Does he block low? Here it comes, Kyle Busch to the middle.
I kind of went up a little bit, he went up a little bit, and then I went left, and he shook left, and then I stayed straight, and then he shook left again. I was like, okay, well, he blocked twice to the left, so I had to take middle and pray to God that I had enough room.
3 wide, the last lap. I want to be on the outside.
Oh, here they are. Here they come to the flag. 3 abreast. Photo finish.
When we crossed the start-finish line, I was like, well, damn, I think I held on. It's mine. Like, I won.
And I knew I got the 8.
I was focused on the 12 and how much room I had to him.
And I couldn't see the 99, so I'm like, I might have got the 99.
And I can see how I'm inching away from the 8 going ahead. But the 12, I have no idea.
I don't know. It's really pretty close.
The 99. It's probably one of the most intense races I've been part of.
Absolutely bothers me to be the worst of the 3. The Busch brothers are actually 3 of the top 5 closest finishes of NASCAR, and not one time have we come out on top. So, quite used to that.
I couldn't be too upset with it. Like, I've won probably more than I should have by a couple feet. I can't complain too much about losing one by a few inches, right?
Daniel Suarez. How about Jamigo?
It won't be the last time that we're going to be on victory lane with the 990.
Just an incredible moment still talking about it. And now we're in Vegas where, you know, we're used to those kind of finishes. They've had some dramatic finishes, maybe not that close, but certainly last
Doesn't seem as windy today. Still looks windy, but
that were that close. What about 2011 Talladega?
doesn't look as crazy as it was yesterday.
Oh my God. You were pushing him. We had this thing won, Kevin, by the way, and then all of a sudden you decided not to push me anymore. Watch the car behind the 33. Yeah. You see, Kevin Harvick came off my bumper. We lost it by, wasn't it like .003 on that one?
I can only do so much for you.
That could have been a wee win, Kevin.
It could have been a wee win, but
I do agree. Carl ruined our story. And then Jimmy Johnson, we handed him yet another win.
But when you're in those positions, it's good to be in that position,
Yes.
right? And that's where Daniel Suarez was last week. He was in position to take advantage of that race and put himself in position to win. They hadn't done that in a long time, and I think they all hope that puts their team in position to take advantage of everything that they have going forward. So now they take that pressure off of themselves, being in the playoffs and doing everything that they did. But he was in position to win.
I'll tell you who won. We won.
Yeah.
As fans of NASCAR won in a big way last weekend with that finish. But even the guys, you talked to Blaney and Busch, right? They lost and was still pumped up about that finish.
Well,
that tells you how electrifying it was.
That's not special. Any race at any time can provide those magical moments. You referred to today in this race, for drivers, it's uncomfortable and intimidating. Expound on that before we roll.
Well, this is just an intimidating racetrack because of the banking and the high speeds that you can carry through the corners. But on top of that, you add the bumps and the wind and everything that goes with it. It's a very intimidating track to drive.
Traffic restarts, my gosh, Chris.
Yes.
You just told me you're going to be 5 wide getting into 1. You called it. I can't wait to see it.
So Kyle Larson is the favorite. Real quick here, is that who you would be leaning towards?
I like the 5 and the 24. They've been great. I don't know who you like, but those are the two that I would pick.
I've got my eye on these Toyotas, Chris, and I think they're going to come from the back. You know, some of them got some ground to make up, but I think the long-run speed in these Toyotas is going to be something to keep an eye on.
Bubba Wallace, right? He's starting 5th, finished 5 last few races, and a 5th-place finish here. Enjoy the call. We'll continue live here from the track in just a moment.
COPD isn't pretty. I'm out of breath and often out of the picture. But this is my story. And with
It's race day!
It can still be beautiful. Because with 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trilogy keeps my airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Trilogy also improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trilogy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trilogy more than prescribed. Trilogy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
What a wonderful... Ask your doctor about
Your win pick is Larson. You will post them shortly.
Because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Greensburg, all new tonight on Fox.
I got you. Don't worry, I got you.
63 degrees in Las Vegas.
Don't worry, I got you. I got you.
Thanks.
Look what I got you. Don't worry, I got you.
Not everyone has the experience and passion we do to fight for every client. We know they're counting on us to protect their families, employees, businesses, and themselves, and to be there when they need us with local service. The big guys just don't have our local independence or commitment to offering the best value and choice of insurance programs. Choice, competitive pricing, and 5-star service. That's CH Insurance. In your corner. Every day, every way.
To see my daughters and my sons and everyone working to try to make this business successful, that gives me the drive. It was very important for me to start this business, to be able to create opportunities and to build a future for my family and future generations because of it. The growth would not have been there if we did not have the personalized attention that we got into it. Without the team by our side, my company wouldn't be what it is today. To try to make this business.
Live in Las Vegas, our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Powering every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven. Nice to have you.
So Logano won the pole at Daytona. Started second last week, but then got sent to the rear.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you
And now is the
please
pole
rise as you
sitter
are
again.
and remove your hats as the Nellis Air Force Base Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach Chaplain Billy Malden.
Heavenly Father, as we rise up once again to recognize your presence in our lives, we thank you for your loveness, your goodness, and your grace. We ask you to be with these drivers and teams, officials today. Watch over everybody. Safe day, a great, fun day of racing. As always, the men and women of our armed forces, first responders everywhere, we remember you. Father, we ask that your hand of protection and blessing be upon them and their families. May your peace surround us all. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome American Idol Season 21 finalist and recording artist, Kyra.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Dallas Air Force Base nearby with the Doors. We appreciate you watching the race from Las Vegas. Thanks for being a part of the pre-race show, too. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna go fill up my water real quick. What's up, Daniel?
That's one.
Yeah, I agree, Jaden. I don't like the featured matchups either. I miss what they used to do on the fantasy.
A bad accident. I had never been in an accident like that before. I didn't know what to do. So I called Green Reed and Pomeroy. They were great. They explained everything to me. They just helped me every step of the way. And anytime I had a question, I could just call. There were some offers for lesser amounts, but Green Reed and Pomeroy continued to fight. So I was able to get the maximum. I was very pleased with the result.
Hurt in a car accident? You need to call Green Reed and Pomeroy.
Do you have a tree that needs to come down? Who are you gonna call?
Stop Busters!
From tree trimming to stump removal, we do it all. Don't let trees, branches, or stumps bust you this year. So, who are you gonna call?
Stop Busters!
Elevated is your full-service local elevator company. We pride ourselves on old-school customer service. You can reach us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you will speak to a live person. Whether you're looking to modernize or have general maintenance, we're ready to meet with you and have a discussion. Your equipment is your investment. If you need help maintaining it, give us a call. Call Elevated today to see how we can elevate your experience.
Hey folks, Chris Fernandez from Pawn King. Looking to pop the question? Check out our great selection of engagement rings at PawnKingNY.com. And don't forget to ask about our Say Yes guarantee.
Bringing you entertainment television for over 30 years. This is Fox 68, WSYT.
Saturday, it's a season finale triple header on Fox. First, Baylor Shire leads Creighton against Villanova. Then, Tyler Kohler and fifth-ranked Marquette take on Xavier. And in prime time, Donovan Clayton and third-ranked UConn look to fight their way back to the top spot in the country in a showdown against Providence. It all tips off Saturday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
Good luck. It must be nice. That lovely place where the...
I'm gonna call Nick once. He said he might come over today. I'll call him once, and if he don't answer, I'm gonna give up on that boy. Not forever, but for today.
But fortune will always favor the bold. Those who put themselves in the right place at the right time. A little luck can make a difference. Making your own. That's life.
Fox Sports welcomes you to Las Vegas Motor Speedway and the Nascar.
He has not answered. So that boy.
The distance around this mile-and-a-half speedway today. Some drivers off to a great start for the season, coming off a great finish, which Kyle Busch wasn't happy with, even third. But how about Joey Logano? Front row starts in all three races, but not a single stage point, nor a top-ranked finish to show for the start of this season, just 2 races old. Well, winners, losers, comers, goers. How about Ross Chastain? His teammate went to victory lane last week in the closest 1-2-3 finish in circuit auto racing history. And we've been herding cats, and here they are. Kevin Harvey, Clint Boyer join me in the broadcast booth as we get set to bring you this 400-mile race. Kevin had a great conversation this morning on the way over here when you talked about the key matchup in today's race.
Well, I said it was Kyle Larson against his right rear tire, and I think that will be the case today. And Kyle Larson, in my opinion, is the fastest car, and he has been the fastest car at Las Vegas, but I think it's going to come down to how soon that right rear tire falls off on the long run.
Why is that? Because he always runs a loose race car, right, Kevin? I mean, he's always hanging on to that thing. He's a dirt driver. We know that. On a long run, he does definitely fall off on the loose side of this. Can he hold on to it?
All right, comfort versus speed. Where do you want to be?
Yes. I need them both, buddy. Bad, fast racetrack at Las Vegas. Got bumps down in 1 and 2. A lot of character down there. You got to get through that. Have to find a way to navigate through that. Have to be able to pass. Have to go where they're not. So the navigation and how you pick those lines out in 1 and 2 is very, very key. 3 and 4, really fast, sweeping corner. That outside line, if you can get to their right rear, you might be able to get the job done.
Well, you have to be versatile, and the reason that I say that is when you go into turn 1, you have to be able to run across those bumps on the bottom, and you need to run the middle lane as well, because if you can't do those two things, you're going to be stuck in the middle lane behind the guy that's running the middle lane behind and through 1 and 2 behind him. So you have to have a versatile car in order to make passes here, and there's only going to be a few cars that can do that.
All right, easy to say, but how intimidating is it to do that on this racetrack?
Gosh, this is an intimidating racetrack just because of the sheer
Here's
speed
Jaden's
that
picks.
that you have.
So our win picks for today, me, I have Joey Logano. Dom, who will not be joining us today. I don't even think he'll be joining us later. He has Christopher Bell, and Jaden has Kyle Larson. So
This is the first of 2. Let's go trackside.
Las Vegas Motor Speedway is the moment you have all been waiting for. Are you ready to get the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube started? Here to give the command to fire engines is All-Pro Las Vegas Raider AJ Cole.
hey, that's awesome.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for! Drivers, start your engine!
Man, he brought the energy. I love that guy. He was my kicker in my punter in Madden for a while.
AJ Cole with the command. He had a Jimmy Johnson poster above his bed in his bedroom as a kid. I think the hang time on that command was pretty stellar.
Thank you. Unbelievable. You wearing this just to get recognized? It's comfortable.
Love the suit. Tell your driver when you return the car, we'll fill it up for you.
It's nice to have a little status. It's not you. It's T-Mobile Magenta status. Drive.
Alright, let's get this race fucking started.
T-Mobile. We got a special rate on my Hilton stay. It's T-Mobile. Good night. You don't need to be famous.
I think Ryan Priest was sent to the rear.
That's Magenta status.
Yeah, Ryan Priest to the rear, Ross Chastain to the rear, and Justin Haley to the rear. Justin Haley's already starting 35th anyway.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring you?
Oh, they've already moved them down. Oh, okay, I see.
For just $5.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time.
So Dom has, I told you guys about the thing that Dom does with his starting spots for betting. So he gets a starting spot, and then that guy has to do his best they can. He got 9 and 24. So that's Chris Buescher and Zane Smith.
Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home.
Don't blink, because you definitely don't want to miss this. It's NASCAR weekend right here in Austin. Camping, dancing, and a whole lot of hooting and hollering. Racing's about to get weird, and Austin's about to get real. So buckle up, break out those boots, and get your tickets today. The Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix at COTA, March 22nd through 24th. Y'all in?
Welcome to MasterChef Junior.
This looks better than half the dishes come out of my dad's restaurant.
Sunday NASCAR race day in America. Hell yeah.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Cup Series at Las Vegas. cool flyover with Nellis Air Force Base adjacent to the speed.
Yeah, that flyover sounded badass.
Wow, race 3, we're already talking about points. Look at the drivers who have had a great start to the season.
Great start for Austin Cindric. How about in 3rd place already?
Yeah, not a great start for these guys. We have Joey Logano on the pole today, so he needs to have a big day to make some of that ground up.
All right, let's see if we can dial up our pole sitter.
Hey, Joey Logano, it's Boyer and the boys. I'm the booth. You got us?
What's happening?
Well, you're happening this weekend on the pole. Again, man, you've had fast race cars. Haven't been able to get the job done at the end of it, but starting up front's got to feel good here in Las Vegas.
It does feel good. We got the right car for it, too. The Pinto 400, Pinto Mustang up front. Looks good. Just got to keep her up here for the whole race. Like you said, we've had some fast cars here lately, so need to capitalize on it today.
All right, buddy. I'm telling him to bet on you.
Yeah, all right. I hope it's a lot.
Logano, a 3-time Las Vegas winner. As we take a look at our starting grid, he will share the front row with Kyle Larson, a double Las Vegas winner who won here last fall. Ford Chevrolet front row. Row number 2, another Ford Chevy. Row, Austin Cindric, best starting spot since COTA last year. And William Byron, last year's winner here. Row number 3, Bubba Wallace is the only driver with top 10 5s in both races this year. He's in a Toyota. And Chase Briscoe in a Ford who finished 4th here 2 years ago. Let's check in with Bubba.
Bubba Wallace, Kevin Harvick up in the Fox booth. Man, you have had a great start to this season with 2 top 5 finishes, and looks like you've got a good car today. What do you think?
Yeah, what's up, Kevin? Man, you know, we're doing exactly what we wanted to do. Start the season off a little bit different than my last 6. So, proud of the team, proud of the effort, everybody back at airspeed, and everybody on the 23 team. We've been doing a really good job. So, got to keep it up. It's only the 3rd race in, so top 5s are great, but you got to make them last. You got to make the momentum last. That's what we're focused on today.
All right, buddy. Well, that Columbia Camry, it looks pretty lit today, so floor that thing.
You're too old to be talking like that.
Pretty lit? He even said you're too old.
Row 4, Martin Truex Jr., a 2-time Las Vegas winner, and Ty Gibbs, who won here in the Xfinity Series in 2022, both in Toyotas.
All right, I got you row 5, Chris Buescher in that 17 car. And keep an eye on Christopher Bell, runner-up to Larson last fall.
Starting 11th is Chase Elliott, who missed this race last year, and Michael McDowell, who has had a great start to his season.
Row 7, Ricky Stenhouse finished 3rd here in 2020, and the rookie Carson Hocevar. Row number 8 is where you'll find series champ Ryan Blaney, who's finished 5th here 5 times, and Daniel Suarez, the Atlanta winner. Here's Regan Smith.
Mike, 1 week ago, it was a huge win for Daniel Suarez in one of the most thrilling finishes we have seen in NASCAR history. Daniel told me that win was important on a number of different fronts, but in particular for his race team, there's a lot of new guys on that team, including his crew chief, Matt Swiderski. That win was a big confidence booster for them as they come not only to Atlanta, but get ready for the start of the rest of the season and try to grow as they work towards the playoffs as this year carries on.
Row number 9, Corey LaJoie, back-to-back top 15s for the first time in his career, and Tyler Reddick, who's been top 10 in 4 of the last 5 Las Vegas races. Jamie Little.
Mike, Tyler Reddick is one of those guys that just needs a reset on this season. The first 2 races of this year, he's finished 29th and 30th. And the team told me, though, they feel like they're much better than where they even qualified this weekend. Mid-pack, he'll start 18th. They said the car drives good, it has great speed, and their main goal is just finish every lap, walk away from Las Vegas with something to show for it.
Thanks, Jamie. Austin Dillon, Ross Chastain will be in row number 10. Then you'll find Kyle Busch. And the rest of our lineup will scroll across the bottom of the screen as we check in with our crew chief, Larry McReynolds.
Well, Mike, this is a very different mile-and-a-half track than what we were at last week at Atlanta. But 2 things that are similar.
Will Kyle win today? Well, my win picks Logano, but I hope Kyle can win today.
From the rear diffuser under the rear of the car. Let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car, and I'll show you exactly how the rear diffuser works. As air flows under the car, when it gets to the rear diffuser...
He's starting 21st today, so there's that.
Those 5 strakes or fins, you want to keep the air organized in those fins. The lower you can get the car, the more it helps the rear downforce. That's why you see these cars so low on the ground. But if you get it too low and bottom it out, it kind of clogs up the air. It takes downforce away. So that's why you try to keep it sealed to the racetrack, but not bottom it up. Now, the bumps in 1 and 2 the guys were talking about will exaggerate it, but that's what makes it so inconsistent there is the downforce. Guys, it's a lot easier to control that in 3 and 4 than through those bumps in 1 and 2.
Well, that's what's challenging is the crew chiefs want to run the car as low as possible. The driver wants it to ride as smooth as possible. So there's a fine line in the balance of where you run.
The answer to that question is always supposed to be yes.
So it's a fine balance
Well, but
of where you run that car.
what if I say yes and then he doesn't win?
Having to run the middle lane through 1 and 2. You want to be able to run the bottom.
Then what
It takes
happens?
a little bit higher car.
Then what
I think
happens,
it's important to
Jaden?
note, when we talk about bottoming the car out, it's not necessarily the car hitting the racetrack physically. You bottom out the suspension, and when it does that, that's when it really gets in trouble.
Yeah, that suspension has limiters in the shocks, and that's actually what bottoms out. NASCAR mandates those limiters on how long that shock can be, and this is one of those really tricky tracks in how you set all that.
All right, one driver will go to the rear. That is Ross Chastain. I've never heard this one before.
Me neither.
The wrap started coming off on his hood, and they had to replace the gross graphics. That's an unapproved adjustment. So
I don't get why that's an unapproved adjustment.
Justin Haley had steering issues and did not qualify. Ryan Preece crashed in practice, went to a backup car, so they will also start out back.
65-mile-an-hour crosswind gust may have done it.
That could do it.
I tell you what, today's day and age we're living in, it may have been.
Oh yeah, those winds do look
Well,
heavy.
none of these cars are painted, except for maybe a couple of the Hendrick cars. But for the most part, these cars are all wrapped completely. The whole outside of the car is wrapped because that's just easier for the teams to do.
The 3 stages will encompass 80, 85,
Yes.
and 102 laps.
Yep, those are the stages for today. 80, 85 laps, so that's lap 165, and then the final 102 laps.
Probably going to see somebody get caught speeding.
And the pit road entry a little different here than it has been in past years. There's the Toyota Camry XSE.
Wait, the pit road entry changed?
The field. All new look with that hammerhead.
Haven't heard anything about that.
William Byron, the Daytona 500 champion, has also had success here and a new look, new sponsor for his car. And we listened in.
Alrighty. Let's go racing. What y'all say about that? What y'all say about us turning them loose and going racing? You guys like that idea? I like that idea. I think we should do
We
it.
need to be good on tracks like this. These mile-and-a-half racetracks, still the bread and butter. Downforce racetracks. Need that speed that Larry told us about, but I need this thing to handle.
And for those of you that watched last week that may be new to NASCAR, the reason that we say this week is a little bit different is the engines aren't as restricted as much, and the speeds are higher down the straightaway. So you've got new things to deal with this week compared to what we did in what we consider super speedway races at Atlanta and Daytona. So a little bit different rules package.
Alrighty.
As they come to the north end of the speedway, turns 3 and 4. Difficult pit entry here. The commitment box is in the same place it was last year, but they have moved the white line that denotes the pit entry and widened that. You see it there with the black paint is where it was. The white line
Alrighty,
is where it is.
here we go.
Orange commitment box at the beginning of pit road in the same place it's always been. It's going to be tricky getting out.
Pace car is off.
Actually see it better from that angle right there. Just widen that out a little bit. Enables those drivers to come in and get a better angle. Here we go, boys.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Las Vegas.
Green flag 400 miles away.
Whoa, big block by Buscher. Looked like Chase Elliott was trying to make a move.
Yeah, it was almost a fucking crash on lap 1.
It's going to be like that all day because these guys know that this is when the tires are the freshest. There's all that apron down there. It's very enticing, and you're going to see.
And these restarts are so fun. Or these starts. I mean, start, restart.
A lot of 3 wide. How about that?
We're in the Nevada desert, so the sand blows constantly. It'll be there on that back straightaway. And we are 3 and all but 4 wide. That's the line with Truex and Elliott way down on the bottom of the racetrack.
Why they push them so hard? Because this is the best time to make hay. When these things are together, these restarts are always chaotic at Las Vegas because it's so hard once they get spread out to pass.
Well, Well, this is going to be the time when your car feels the best. The track's not rubbered up. You've got new tires on the race car, and this is when you're going to see the highest speeds probably all day come out of the leaders.
Fifth place battle. Briscoe, Wallace, Truex.
See Truex turn down right off the bumper of Bubba Wallace. These guys are getting after it.
We see Kyle Larson going after the lead right here, and this is what we've talked about all weekend, Clinton. He got his car turned in the middle of the corner, was able to run the bottom of the racetrack and turn right under Joey Logano to take the lead in what we feel is probably the fastest car. And as we talked at the beginning of the race, we feel like it's also Kyle Larson against his right rear tires. Zane Smith with a tire down.
Zane Smith's had a tire issue.
I think he got in a wall. It may be a bent.
And that was one of Dom's guys
link there
for today.
Looks to me like he's been in a wall.
He drops to the apron in turn 2, and we stay green.
We see his teammate Carson Hocevar there, and on the speed charts yesterday, those guys were really good on lap times. Well, Clinton, here's what we were talking about. Is Joey Logano going to be able to keep his car up in the front of the pack? Because last year, he had some trouble when the green flag drops, and they fell back.
Well, yeah, and who's he trying to hold off? That 24 car. We talked about it, and it's been noted last year. 24 and 5. William Byron, Kyle Larson. They were the show last year. Look to be again this year.
Let's go back to Zane Smith and his issue.
Oh, he got loose. Overcorrected a little bit. Still, that could have been catastrophic, especially for all those guys behind him. They're all thanking him.
He has made it to pit road.
They're going to be replacing that toe link on the right rear for sure.
Michael McDowell, that yellow car, was charging hard, way down on the apron on the front straightaway on each of the first 3 or 4 laps. And it has, he gained a couple, lost a couple. He's right about where he started.
Well, Michael McDowell's really aggressive on all the restarts, especially when we get to the road.
I don't know if I'm going to watch the Suns tonight after the race. I don't know. Like, I'm torn on it.
Trying to hold off Christopher Bell there, but Bell and Ryan.
It all just depends on how I feel, how long the race runs.
Larson and Byron, right? They're fast. Duly noted. They've been fast here, and they're still fast. But I'm looking at these Toyotas. This Christopher Bell right here, prime example. They were a little bit off on the speed, but I think the handling is going to come into play in a big way for them today. Look for them to march forward, all of them.
Yeah, we've got a new right side tire here that Goodyear brought, as we see Ryan Blaney go three wide on the bottom of Christopher Bell and Michael McDowell. Bell lets off, moves up a lane. But that new right side tire, we don't really know exactly how far it's going to fall off. A lot of the predictions from the garage are about 1 second in 25 laps as we see Christopher Bell get swarmed by the cars that were following him.
4th place, Martin Truex. Going after Austin Cindric.
Clint, that was somebody that you spoke about before the race. Is he your favorite, Martin Truex?
He certainly has to be one of them. He was good in practice. I like what I saw out of those race cars, but all of them. I mean it. All the Toyotas, I think, are come to play and are going to be a factor in the end of this race.
The winners of the last 3 races here run 1, 2, 3. Larson, Byron, Logano.
Got the old huckabuck in the middle there.
Jamie.
Yeah, and I talked to Paul Wolf and Joey Logano this morning about their car, and they said last year these 2 races at Las Vegas, we tried something different, and it wasn't great. So we actually went back to the setup very similar to when we won this race in 2022. And yesterday in practice, as you guys noted, the boards were down, including the 22. They were able to
Someone's in trouble.
make some adjustments. And we've got a car slow on the track, right?
Right rear tire, guys.
That's a caution.
Well, guys,
Christopher
this is
Bell.
exactly what we talked about in our meetings this morning. It's kind of a gamble on that right rear tire. How much load can I put?
Is this going to be an issue all day?
Bump stop and how low can I?
Is this going to be a thing all day?
And everybody's going to push it, but
because I don't want that to be a thing all day.
But we know that these guys want to run as little.
I mean, it could happen to Truex and Cindric, and then after that, nobody else.
That come with it sometimes.
Christopher Bell, one of the 2 or 3 favored Toyotas in this race, having right rear trouble. Let's see if he gets up against the fence or if the tire just goes on its own. Not much contact there.
Yeah, it looks like that tire was down. You kind of see the car pitch to the right rear and kind of wiggling around a little bit.
I just don't want tire issues to like plague this race, you know.
The day for Christopher Bell.
There they
That's already our second tire issue today.
And 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Can we go?
Yeah, faster. Oh, no, sorry. You see, I get discounts for my safe driving with Snapshot from Progressive. You should see my savings. They're nuts.
You told us he was.
Who do I think will win stage 1? I think Byron's gonna win stage 1.
On my mother's side. Irish.
Here's your biggie bag. All that food for $5. That's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JBC for just $5.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray, there's a great before and after. Then there's the after. That boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more men choose Just for Men.
Zane Smith hit the wall, Bill didn't. I thought Zane Smith had a tire issue.
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Bundle home and auto and save. And by Ford. Built for proud. 11 laps in Las Vegas. Caution at lap 10. And whoa, everybody's coming now. Regan Smith.
I don't expect everyone to bet.
Right now, fighting a number of things in that car. Turns 1 and 2, he's loose, but turns 3 and 4, he's tight. They're going to have to try and work on that. And the 24, William Byron in second place. Car's unpredictable right now, and then it gets very tight after it's unpredictable. Jamie?
Kyle Larson into 5, the race leader. 10 laps left so far. He says it's pretty good, just a little bit tight off 4, just keeping him posted on the wind direction. Meanwhile, the 22, Joey Logano, 3 on entry. 1 and 2, tight off 4. That's typical at this point with the wind, guys.
Larry, can they make it to the end of this stage? Is that why we're doing this?
Let's get back. They cannot. They're going to have to get to about lap 18.
All right, pit stops after Christopher Bell loses a tire. How will that change everybody's strategy?
This season, Toyota Racing is looking for jaw droppers. Iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. And quick drop thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. So hold on tight and strap yourself in. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
So, what'd you get?
2 Nashville hot tenders and 3 Mandarin orange tenders.
Nice. What about you?
3 classic tenders.
4 butterfly shrimp. 4 of a kind, baby. I'll win.
Looks like somebody needs a new hand.
Wait.
Thanks for sharing.
I'm not the buffet, guys.
I love your dress.
Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, right? I've been telling everyone.
Actually, I think they can make it to the end of the stage. I think that's why they all pitted there. I think that's why everybody pitted. I think you'll run 64 to 70, I'm pretty sure.
How many people did you tell?
Only pay for what you need.
65 to 69 laps is a fuel run, so I think they should be able to make it. Yeah, once they go back green, yeah. So that's why everybody pitted.
Have to work.
Well, the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
Something is coming.
can't stop this on his own.
He won't be alone.
Rated PG-13.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Credit One Bank and by Toyota. Let's go places. Going to be at least one more lap to the restart. Zane Smith got the free pass, got one of his 6 laps back after he bounced off the wall early, made a green flag stop. All right, pre-race conversations.
Take care of that thing back there today. Get some track position quick. Just go to work. Copy that.
5 p.m. We got 400 miles today at Las Vegas. Be smart, be smooth. Let's be there at the end. Let's go.
You guys have a good day in there. Good luck. Yes, sir. Have fun out there. We'll fight with you all day long.
And more recently, during this caution flag, Kyle Larson and company.
This is just at the edge of the fuel window for anyone making it from here, so if you say that.
Okay. Well, no matter how much we plan, we seem to always have a twist in everything that we've done so far this season, and now it's a caution today. Well, the other question that's going to pop up right here is how much air you can take out of that right rear tire based upon what happened with Christopher Bell. So that will be a conversation with the crew chiefs and the drivers. And
See some different cars up front, 2 tires out there. Looks like the top 5 also 2 tires. Let's see what they can do with this track position.
So everyone came to pit road except we mentioned Zane Smith. He stayed out. Everybody else came in. Chris Buescher out first. Chase Briscoe, Corey LaJoie, Tyler Reddick, Daniel Suarez are the front 5 on what will be the first restart of the day. And if the start of the race was any indication, this could get big.
well, they're going to get more aggressive as we go through the day because they know that they have to get the track position while they can, and here's an extra restart to do it.
Alrighty, here we go. These restarts are wild and crazy. Let's see. Green flag.
They lose that track position, they're going to be in trouble. They'll be aggressive with this.
I don't think Buescher pitted. Yeah, I think maybe those guys just got 2 tires.
Turn 2.
Yeah, no, they did pit. They just got 2 tires. Probably smart.
Well, I think that's an important pass right there, Clint, with William Byron getting by Kyle Larson. And I think up front, these guys on 2 tires, I don't know that that's going to work for them very long.
This might be,
I don't know.
That's 4 or 5 cars
Jesus
passing.
Christ.
One corner, excuse me.
What a run, and that began back in turns 1 and 2. Great for William Byron.
Fantastic, love it. Here comes Larson on that outside.
Bottom shot, Corey LaJoie. Didn't work that time, but
you were all over that. Very important for Byron to get around Larson. Obviously, he's got work to do with Briscoe, LaJoie, everybody else that he passed. But getting in front of that 5 car that he knows is probably that car that he's going to have to beat. That was big. Big moment for him.
Yeah. William Byron was 7th coming off pit road. Now he's the leader.
That was an unbelievable pass as we see Martin Truex on the bottom 3 wide and gets stalled out, and then we're going to go all the way down the back straightaway 3 wide. See the flames out of the pipe of Joey Logano. I would consider the middle kind of no man's land at this particular racetrack through turns 3 and 4, and he gets up behind Austin Cindric.
Can't be in the wake of these race cars. We saw Larry tell us how important that diffuser is. Big block in the inside. Suarez.
And LaJoie steaming around the outside, bringing Bubba Wallace along for the ride.
Kevin, whoa, that was a pretty aggressive block right there. You got to be careful with them blocks. I don't care how fast a race car is.
Well, Kyle's already done the work to get by several cars, and he knew that if he got passed by Daniel Suarez right there, that he was going to have trouble, probably losing 2 or 3 spots if he let him go by. So he was very aggressive with the block and protected that position and didn't have to start over with passing those cars that he had already passed.
Well, you got to be careful of that aggression this early in this race. That could have ended badly for him.
1 penalty on pit stops. That was Todd Gilliland's crew over the wall too soon. He had to restart back. Byron, Briscoe, Larson. 1, 2, 3. Let's check with Larry Mack for our race strategy, sponsored by Keystone Light.
Yeah, Mike, split the 3 stages in half. Actually, maybe come a race caution like the last 2 spring races, maybe change just right side tires. Think about what Cliff Daniels just told Kyle Larson in all 3 stages. Once the window opens to make it on fuel and the caution comes out, make sure and pit, pack the fuel, save under caution in case it goes caution free to the end.
Well, right now they're sitting down there with their calculators and their strategy and everything that the engineers do in this situation. Is it going to be better to split what we have left? Do we have enough tires? Should we stay out and run the whole stage? Should we split the rest of this stage in half? There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Ryan Blaney almost got himself in big trouble. He crawled right up to the back bumper of Ty Gibbs, and you saw the flame out the pipes as Gibbs lifted over the bumps in 1 and 2, and that almost was contact.
Ryan Blaney always very aggressive behind the wheel with his passes and things like that. You never have to doubt his commitment in these race cars behind the wheel. He's got one he's trying to pass. It's the same way.
And you see those flames come out of the pipe again, and for those of you at home, that's a great indicator to be able to say, oh, he's all the way out of the throttle. When they let off the throttle, those flames come out of the exhaust pipes on the side of these cars.
Larry Mack?
Yeah, I want to follow up on what Kevin said. All the debate right now about strategy. And think about this. They only have 9 sets of tires to work with today.
Kyle Busch in the BetMGM ride today. Both the RCR cars are.
Make it to the end of this stage. I think you absolutely try to run it to the end and make sure you don't start using tires up too early.
Yeah, that's the debate. And I think you definitely want to have tires when you get to the end of this race, because if you don't and somebody else does, you're going to get beat not only by you're going to get beat by over a second.
Larry, 10 laps in, we saw Christopher Bell lose a right rear tire, and our guess is not enough air in that tire to start the race, trying to get grip and not so much worried about wear. When you see that happen to a car you know is going to contend here, how does that change your game?
I grabbed the air gauge and the air hose right away. But you think about this, Mike, there's things that's done to that race car that you can't change. The only thing you have control over now is air pressure. Goodyear tells these teams do not go lower than 46 PSI in the right rear. They know they're going lower than that. To Kevin's point earlier, they did make a change for durability, but that's about the only thing you can do, Mike, now is put air pressure in the tire.
Thanks, Larry. 25 laps complete. The Hendrick Chevys of William Byron and Kyle Larson out in front of the field by 3 seconds in Las Vegas.
I need $1, $1, that's what I need. Hey, hey. I need $1, that's what I need.
You love pizza just as
I
much
give
as we
you
love pizza.
$1,
So we're
and
bringing
you
you
share
our
that $1
favorite
with
offer
me.
yet. For a limited time, get a large one-topping pizza for $8.99 only at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
You're so much more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a groundskeeper, and a landscaper. That's why you need versatile, durable Kubota equipment.
Oh.
Today's just such a special day. The XFL and the USFL merged together to create
Caution is out for Christopher Bell.
called the UFL. These players are going to play hard-nosed.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till that says that.
Every play matters.
They got one shot. They're going to ball out.
I trust Bob, but...
He's here to stay.
Alright, caution is out for Chris Buescher.
After you've been injured,
And that's both Dom's guys.
you have a lot of questions.
How much will I get for my car? Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? How do I find the right doctor?
So that's
Should
both
I be
Dom's
talking to
guys.
the insurance company? When does my claim
By lap
settle?
30.
How do I get money? Who can answer
Chris
all of
Buescher's in
these
the wall.
questions?
We can. When you have questions, we have answers. Call James Alexander Law for your free consultation.
Gillespie Chevrolet is your hometown dealer. Gillespie has served thousands of customers throughout central New York. Whether you buy from us or we buy from you, stop in today and test drive one of our vehicles or visit us online at GillespieChevrolet.com.
In the race car and in life, unexpected turns can throw you off track. Whether you're navigating the business world or chasing your personal dreams, having the right team on your side can be the difference between winning and losing. I'm Brandon Kidd, Syracuse native, pro race car driver, and member of the Pinnacle team, where our passion fuels your journey to success.
Do you have a tree that needs to come down? Who are you going to call?
Stop Busters!
From tree trimming to stump removal, we do it all.
Busher is done for the day.
Branches or stumps bust you this year. So, who are you going to call?
Stop Busters!
You're watching Fox 68, WSYT 68.1.
Jesus.
We are under caution for the second time in Las
That's
Vegas.
like a hard hit.
It's Christopher Buescher's RFK Racing Ford. Watch the right front as he rolls through the banking here, and you'll see what happened.
That looks like a fucking hard hit. Let me see the hit, though. The damage looks bad, Jesus.
A big lift right there already.
Yeah.
I think he knew
Oh,
what was going on,
jeez.
what it was. That right front wheel falls off. See the lug nut fall off right with it. Wheel comes off.
Well, that's just great camera work by our guys to catch what is happening right there.
There's the lug nut, and here comes the wheel.
I'm glad they got those cameras back everywhere.
A little bit. You could tell he lifted hard and was already starting to slow down. He felt it probably start vibrate pretty violently, and then it came off.
He had taken only right side tires on his pit stop. He's got some pretty heavy damage there.
Yeah, he hit hard. If he's hooking the wrecker up to it, I'd say his day's done.
From spoiler cam on Tyler Reddick's car.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, that's a tough one to speculate on what happened right there. We'll have to get some pretty good analysis from the team somewhere down the road, because I don't even know where to start to tell you exactly what happened. Jamie?
Yeah, Kevin, I'm in their pit box right now, and Chris Buescher just got out of the car, went up on top of the box, and I saw the team look at him. They just watched the pit stop back. They said they did not get it tight, and that was the problem.
Thanks, Jamie.
That'll be a penalty for those guys as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when the wheel comes off outside of the yellow lines on pit road, that's when the penalty comes into play.
That penalty's 2-week penalty for up to NASCAR's discretion of who they're going to penalize. Usually a changer, maybe the jack guy, always a little bit different, obviously off the scenario, and then a 2-lap penalty, but that one's already served.
So these 18-inch wheels use a single center lock wheel nut. Larry Mack can explain.
Well, let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car, and we'll show you exactly what happens with this Gen 7 car.
I like going to the onboard of a car that just crashed and just following their journey into the garage.
There's 6 drive pins. They have to seat into those drive pin holes. You have that locking mechanism right there. When you put the tire wheel up there and you put the lug nut on, the lug nut should go all the way across that locking mechanism, and it should pop up. But sometimes it won't be all the way on. It won't be seated in those drive pin holes. The lug nut will go on there, but the locking mechanism is not engaged, and it may take several laps, but eventually it completely comes
Oh,
off.
that fucking sucks. Devin Booker's out tonight.
The lug nut bouncing up the racetrack.
Yeah, it's a good fail-safe system.
I think it might be my deciding factor on not watching tonight's game. I was kind of torn on it already, but
No one has chosen to pit here. By riding this out under caution, they should be able to go to the end of stage 1 with.
they're looking at that wall right now.
The track crew works on the wall. We'll take a break from Las Vegas, where William Byron and Kyle Larson are out front.
Thank you. Unbelievable. You wearing this just to get recognized? It's comfortable.
Love the suit. Tell your driver when you return the car, we'll fill it up for you.
It's nice to have a little status.
NASCAR's gonna have to repair that wall, so they're probably gonna stop the race here.
My ticket only costs $5. T-Mobile. We got a special rate on my Hilton stay. It's T-Mobile. Good night.
You don't need to be famous to get premium benefits from brands you love. That's Magenta Status.
Planning to move? Join the 6 million families who discovered a smarter, more flexible way to move with Pods. Save up to 20% now for a limited time. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, save up to 20% at pods.com today.
Welcome back to the Pennzoil 400, presented by Jiffy Lube at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Now, I said they could stay out to the end of the stage. I didn't say they would. Suarez does. most everybody else comes to pit road.
Like Suarez and McDowell, a few others at the back.
Regan.
Mike Chase Briscoe's car has swung to loose right now. That last change helped him out, but now the back won't keep up with it. He needs help with that. The 24, William Byron, he is too loose as well.
William Byron.
To the corner, and it was a late call to put scuff tires on that car. Jamie?
Our Daytona 500 winner.
Tires on that first stop. They were going to stay out here, but opted to pit with everybody else. The flag of Kyle Larson took 4 last time, and he 4 again this time.
Pretty congested there leaving pit road with all but one car on the lead lap. 4 drivers stayed out. Suarez, McDowell, Nemechek, and Galen.
Under the sun, more than just the sun is shining. Under the sun, our people young in love are pining. Under the sun.
We've come a long way together. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries, and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way. But there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5. That's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JBC for just $5.
Biggie's Turn, March 13th through the 16th on Fox and FS1.
Happy memories just come easier on the water. Our founder, Johnny Morris, and his dad knew this firsthand. They created a boat that's more affordable. Tracker, the world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats powered by Mercury. Proudly built in Missouri and sold factory direct at Bass Pro Shops and select dealers. For as little as $5 a day, you can own a brand new Tracker and make lifelong memories of your own. Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Save even more and support conservation when you join the club.
Today's aerial coverage is provided by Goodyear, powering the race from green to checkered flag and every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven. 32 laps complete. Let's go back to the restart and watch William Byron come up through the field from 8th on the restart.
The reason we want to show you this because it's going to happen again on this next restart with the cars staying out, and the other guys putting on new tires. But William Byron, this all worked out perfect for him. You'll see Kyle Larson try to go to the middle, start to get tight, and then William Byron is there on the outside and gets by what we think is his biggest competitor in Kyle Larson.
He's not done taking advantage of that either. Watch this.
We now have an even dozen, so please turn it up.
And man, he starts.
Don't want to turn it up too much to where I'm yelling, but there you go. Red flag is out here. They are repairing that wall that Chris Buescher hit. He put a lot of damage to that wall too. So they have stopped the race. They are going to be making repairs to that wall.
On the restart. Daniel Suarez. Last week's winner running up front. 4 drivers stayed out. We'll see how they restart.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5. That's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JBC for just $5.
We have high standards at St Gilbert's, and we expect every new pupil to uphold them.
There's always drama on the corner in places like these.
This
This is mad extra.
I'm just the cleaning lady. She's clearly much more than that.
We're not even halfway through the first stage yet.
The Cleaning Lady season premiere this Tuesday on Fox.
Gillespie Chevrolet is your hometown dealer. Gillespie has served thousands of customers throughout central New York. Whether you buy from us or we buy from you, stop in today and test drive one of our vehicles or visit us online at GillespieChevrolet.com.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Tundra and Tacoma were each named Best Resale Value in their class by Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I like being a part of the Stanley Law team because I really get to work with clients. I get to help people in a time of need, and I really like being able to advocate for them. I work with a lot of remarkable women here at Stanley Law. They really go above and beyond for their clients. In my personal life, I am very passionate about animal rescue, so I volunteer with a few different animal shelters here in the Syracuse area. I hope that my work encourages others to give back to their local communities.
Hey, Central New York 2024 is here. Best Buy has the most inventory ever, over 400 vehicles in stock, low down payments to no down payments. Log on, get pre-approved today at bestbuycarsales.com.
Thanks for watching Fox 68 WSYT.
So I guess we'll just keep waiting.
Today for my dear friend Martin. I'd remind people that all hate thrives on one thing: silence. The people who will change the nation are those who speak out, who refuse to be bystanders, who raise their voices against injustice. When we stand up to silence, we stand up to all hate.
Having health insurance is important. So if anyone in your family has Medicaid or CHIP, listen up. Check the mail for your renewal form. Complete the form and mail it back right away so you don't lose your coverage. If you do lose your coverage, visit healthcare.gov to see if you're eligible to enroll in a low-cost, quality health plan. Healthcare.gov.
We have a bet on what posters you have over the bed. Well, so actually, they've kind of fallen off their thumbtacks. So, one of my posters over my bed, like, only one of them is kind of visible, and that one's crooked. One of them that's over my bed is the starting lineup for the 2019 Coke 600. Another one of them is a Daytona testing picture from 2013. And the other one is just like this Memorial Day weekend poster with like a nice, cool like Jeep. And then I have that, just like, I think it's the 2013 season, or 2012, all the drivers.
While he's sitting on the back straightaway. Kyle. Kevin,
and then I have Chris Sale and Danica Patrick.
Explain how racing actually works with Clint. Can you tell us the difference between how your car was yesterday and how this race started today?
My car so far feels pretty similar to yesterday.
But yeah, I need to get thumbtacks out and just fucking put them back up.
2-3 with the wind and tied off at 2. I think the wind is more from blowing from 2 to 4, and then yesterday was kind of 1 to 3. So right now I'm kind of getting tight off of 4.
I just won you a pitcher of beer. Oh my god. I'm glad. I'm glad that I could have been of service.
Try to pay attention to see how the car might change on the race.
I like it. Now, being you guys were having a little fun at my expense, now I'm going to have some at yours, Kyle. How about your teammate there getting on the outside of you, passing about 8 cars down there, 3 and 4? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I remember doing that a time.
Oh, and then I have a picture of Montoya hitting the jet dryer drawn by me. I drew that picture. It's a pretty legendary picture.
You're getting better at at this. I like that. We'll let you get back to work, buddy. Good luck out there.
Yeah, thanks.
Just a flesh wound, right?
Merely a flesh wound. That one cut deep.
All right, now Daniel Suarez started 16th. He took on 2 tires at lap 12, and that jumped him from 18th to 5th at the lap 31 caution. He is the first of the drivers who did not pit and stayed out. Now he's the leader. Coming off the closest first, second, third finish in all racing history. Let's go back and take a look at the Atlanta race in 90. Beautiful day for racing in Atlanta. A completely different superspeedway racing experience awaits 37 drivers. Green flag, Michael McDowell leads them to turn 1. Trouble. One car slides to the infield.
Man, that is not what a lot of these guys wanted to see early. This is a big wreck.
We're back under green. Hamlin sliding down toward the apron in turn number 1, and caution is out. Hold your breath. Michael McDowell started from pole. Here he comes to the end of stage 1. He gets the green and white checkered flag. Crash, William Byron and Michael McDowell have crashed on the apron. No, Logano, Busher, Hamlin pile up on the last lap of stage 2. Austin Cindric will win the stage.
Really nice work there, guys.
Let's try 4 wide.
We're just waiting out this red flag here. Just keep waiting.
The speed in the 14 makes him dangerous. He's able. There he goes. He's around. It's kind of a dart without feathers.
The 4 and the 9 goes for a double spin there.
Oh.
Whoa, close call. That just lifted Carson Hosa.
Yeah, it was amazing. Wow. You can't afford to lift now.
They're going to have to lift in 3. We're going to find out.
And 1 lap to go.
Here it comes, Kyle Busch shooting a gap.
3 wide.
Look at this.
4. Photo finish. Unbelievable. That's too close to call.
Race winner is a 99.
How about that? Daniel Suarez. They say in Atlanta the phone has been ringing off the hook for tickets to the next race.
That's an easy sell there.
Yeah. When you look back at that finish, every time I watch it, I'm speechless, and I'm speechless again. And I think when you look at Daniel Suarez and his team and what it means to them, it's a huge shot in the arm because it takes the pressure off. They're in the playoffs. They know that they can experiment a little bit. But we heard Daniel say this in the pre-race. He knows he needs to win more throughout the season, and I think that's really where their focus is how can we take that and win at more racetracks throughout the whole year and not just one a year.
Well, I think you've seen it. Look at this. The momentum, the wave that comes with those wins, the confidence, Kevin, looking for another contract with Trackhouse Racing. All happens with a big win like that in Atlanta.
Well, he talked about the importance of winning when we went under the helmet with Daniel Suarez.
When it comes to winning a race, there is that feeling. There is that special feeling that nothing else can give it to you, and you cannot buy it. You know, it's a feeling of winning, of those hours of sacrifice and discipline paying off. And that's a feeling that I think only sports can give it to you.
It's so cool to win that early in the season. Takes the weight off of Suarez. Now, more to come. All right,
Looks like they got that fixed.
Close to completion on the safer barrier up in turn 1. Let's check in with Shannon in the studio.
Well, if you had that on your bingo card in the casino, you win. Daniel Suarez is kind of picking up where he left off. I know it's early in the race, but momentum is a big thing.
Well, they've used a little bit of pitch strategy to obviously get to the lead, but he's run well the entire race. And you talk about momentum.
All right, the red flag has been lifted. Back to yellow. 10-minute red flag.
Atlanta last weekend, and you know, there's been a lot of conversation about the pressure that's been on Daniel Suarez because of how well Ross Chastain has run. And I know Justin Marks came out and said he's our guy, but I can tell you there's pressure of it as a driver no matter what your owner's saying. You want to perform equal to your teammates. So it's cool to see him be able to have that great run in Atlanta, and he's followed up with another great run today at Vegas.
Yeah, he said in the pre-race show when Chris and the guys talked to him that this was a really big race for them to kind of figure out where they are, because you do have sort of that asterisk around Atlanta and Daytona because it's the drafty type track.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt those are in their own category of types of racetracks. He wants to run well at a track like Las Vegas, though, because we have a lot of mile-and-a-half tracks. And really, when we say it every year, the season starts when you get away from a Daytona or a drafting-style track. They'll start today.
And you have to give an attaboy, too, to Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch. I know they took those 2 tires, able to get up front.
The race has fallen their way at this point.
It sure is. We'll get back to the guys in the booth after the break. Stick around.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Tri-Zone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death. In adults, also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray, there's a great before and after. Then there's the after. That boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more men choose Just for Men.
Are you wearing this just to get recognized?
Oh.
It's comfortable.
Tell your driver when you return the car, we'll fill it up for you.
Nice to have a little status. Not you. It's T-Mobile Magenta Status. Driver.
You don't need to be famous to get premium benefits from brands you love. That's Magenta Status.
So everybody already did their pit stop, so we can pretty much just go right back to green.
Because everyone has something they're saving for. Like that new car. Or a fancy vacation. Or party supplies. Your delivery budget. Or even the down payment on your dream home. Our savings buckets help you save for what matters most to you.
Is KFC's new pizza?
Fried chicken? That's not pizza.
That's right. It's not pizza. It's pizza. Only at KFC.
Spring football on the way with the United Football League. March 30th on Fox, USFL champ Birmingham Stallions take on XFL champ Arlington Renegades in the new United Football League this spring on ABC, ESPN, FS1, and Fox beginning March 30th. We're set for the restart in Atlanta. And hold your breath because Suarez, McDowell, and Nemechek did not pit. And Suarez took only 2 tires when he pitted at lap 12. Everybody behind them has either stickers or scuff tires just put on.
I think those guys are going to get run over. That's my prediction right here.
Kyle Larson is the first
All right.
with 4.
Green flag back in the air.
And he restarts 5th. Here we go.
These restarts are wild and crazy.
Comes Denny Hamlin with a pair of fresh tires on the bottom of the 11.
Yeah, first time we've seen him, but look at Byron out on that outside again. You know that battle between Larson and Byron's going to be heated up. Who can get through this traffic better? Larson beat him out of the pits. There's a big pit stopper there.
Yeah, and right now Daniel Suarez, who has cleared the pack and able to get himself out front, is kind of protected by all those guys on 2 tires. And you know, we see some close contact there with the 3 wide up on the top. I can't tell who that is.
Looked like Reddick, or no, excuse me, Bubba Wallace got tight.
And it was Byron way up top, just the way they are now. Did he get the wall? That's the question.
I think he got moved up and into the wall.
And we think so. Watch the 24 upper left.
Just scraped it. No harm, no foul.
I don't think that's enough to bend a toe league or anything like that. I agree, no harm, no foul. I like we're seeing Daniel Suarez in the clean air that he got. That is the goal number 1. If you got this clean air and you're at a deficit on tires, you you start up front, you better come off a 2 in the lead.
McDowell hanging tough in 3rd. Nemechek 6th.
Yeah, and I really thought those guys were going to be in a lot bigger trouble than they actually were. And maybe some of that red flag cool-off period back there gave those guys a little protection against the guys that were on the new tires and getting some of the temperature out of their tires, because they took off way better than
Look at this crossover. Kyle Busch to the inside. 3 wide for the lead. Excuse me for a second.
Yeah, Kyle. There we go. Up to second.
Clear them coming off turn 4.
Go 2 for 1. Thank you very much. Boy, that's frustrating for Mark Truex. Trying to make a pass, and here they come. Drops down behind you. Pounds on you.
You see Kyle Larson go to that middle lane, and he forces Michael McDowell to go up the racetrack because Kyle knew that he did not want to enter on the bottom of the racetrack directly behind Martin Truex Jr. So you want to go where they're not. Kyle Larson's below Martin now.
So McDowell and Nemechek kicked back to 5th and 6th. While Suarez, the other car that stayed out, continues to lead. Halfway, stage 1. Kyle Busch coming to the front. He draws a bead on race leader Daniel Suarez. Didn't look to the inside this time in turn 3, but Busch is there. Regan Smith.
Here comes Kyle. Come on, bro. Come on.
He told me this morning that did a lot for them in terms of being able to try some different things. That race car today has some setup stuff in it that they would not normally have tried this early in the season. But with a win already in the pocket, they can feel some things out, try some new things to get better when they come here.
Get past him here.
Some of that could also be considered maybe
He is running him down.
at certain times in the race.
Well, they made a move, a block there on Kyle Busch, and when you do that at Vegas, that's kind of like tugging on Superman's cape.
Well, it also slows your momentum down. If you're Kyle Busch, you saw him approach him. Caught him with a lot of speed, a lot of momentum. As soon as he got blocked off, he stalled out. Look at it. Now Truex on his bumper.
Yeah, Daniel did a great job there holding him back. And when you get checked up like that and you lose that momentum, it just swallows you up with the guys behind you. And now that Kyle Larson is coming on full tires,
now you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're going to be in big trouble.
Going to make a move to the inside.
See Kyle go up the racetrack because he, like we talked earlier, he does not want to be in that wake. And Daniel missed the bottom of the racetrack right there, and Kyle was able to get the preferred line through 3 and 4. Still hasn't cleared him.
Kyle Busch led that lap, and here comes Kyle Larson to the bottom, looking for second on Suarez as we look at our Xfinity fastest lap so far. Larson, Logano, Byron, Cedric and Wallace. Larson to second. It's the Kyle and Kyle show. Christopher Bell there with Bubba Wallace on the way back toward the front. Bell in 12th place now. That green
Kyle to the lead.
Christopher was our first caution.
To the lead.
Flat right rear tire, and since then he has made a pretty nice rebound to get back towards the front. And we obviously thought that Christopher was
Man's leading laps.
He is doing that right now, driving himself back towards the front of the pack.
Well, a lot of times when you battle through some adversity like that and you can make it out of the other end, it always is a good sign moving forward.
It tells you how fast your car is.
That's exactly right. Where that tire blew out on him on the exit and not necessarily in the corner, didn't get in the wall. Very lucky come out of that unscathed.
Corey LaJoy in Chili's cab. He was battling there with Denny Hamlin for 8th place.
John Hunter Nemechek have to get out of the throttle as he gets tied up off the corner.
See Kyle Larson tried him on the inside.
Come on, hold him off here. Hold him off here.
Blocked his entrance, and look how far that car took off. You lose the nose in these things. It's hard. You got to lift out of the gas. Clean air is so important. It's like Byron has picked up a trash bag or something. A lot of debris with all this wind out here.
And he has reported that he is overheating. Larry.
Yeah, he may be overheating, but he is complaining. He said absolutely just plow. But yeah, that's got the whole nose covered right there.
No, what the fuck? What the hell is that? What the actual hell is on William Byron's nose?
Busch and Larson continue to battle.
Here comes Byron pitting. He was my stage 1 winner.
And Mike, when he came on the radio and said he had the debris
Dude, that's such a fucking shitty situation. Literally had to come down pit road just to rip that off and kept going. I would have at least, like, topped it off or something. Just while you're there.
One thing to go back on the William Byron situation with everything that is going on with the engine.
I have no clue. That was bizarre, Jaden.
Because when it gets hot, it doesn't burn itself up, so that EFI will actually correct the engine.
This is the first time we've seen the bed MGM car since I think the Clash last year. Actually, I think we saw it at Martinsville, the fall race.
That engine lasts the day after going to 350-degree water temp. That will be pretty impressive.
The temperature's one thing. That starts blowing water out of it with the water pressure. Today's day and age with these pressurized systems, that's when you're in trouble.
50 laps complete this time by Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Daniel Suarez, 3 Chevrolets leading the field in Las Vegas.
And Doug. Customize and save with Liberty Bibbity. Liberty Boosh. Liberty Bibbity.
I mean, it's not too surprising that would... I just don't know what the fuck that was on his car. But it's like, it is super windy, so... It looked like it was like a tarp of something, like a black piece of tarp.
And me.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The Chevy Silverado. With available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get through the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home.
You like that bone? I got a great price on it.
Did you see my tail when that Chewy box showed up?
Oh, I saw it.
My tail goes bonkers for treats at great prices. Sorry about the vase.
Save more on what they love with everyday great prices at Chewy.
Planning to move? Join the 6 million families who discovered a smarter, more flexible way to move with Pods. Save up to 20% now for a limited time. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, save up to 20% at pods.com today.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JBC for just $5.
Some of the most brilliant minds in business. No, not you. Or you. You auto-track business income and expenses with QuickBooks. And you pay all your employees easily and accurately. And you have a business bank account with market-leading APY. Get the full picture of your business on one platform. Now with expert help when you need it. That's how you business differently. I am tradition. Passed down. From the families that race to the ones that watch us every weekend.
You know, it's all I've ever known. Racing. I was fortunate to be in Victory Lane 20 years ago, and I'm here again.
I am meant to be passed down from one generation to the next. Because the only thing better than seeing a race is sharing it with someone.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Leaders coming to 24 to go in stage 1. You saw Ross Chastain right up to and getting friendly with the bumper of Michael McDowell, trying to make a pass back there at what was then 12th place. Busch and Larson continue to run 1-2, keeping close tabs on one another. Third is about Reddick and Truex. Then Hamlin and Gibbs. Suarez, who stayed out.
What's up, Noah? How's it going? Sorry I missed your comment for a few minutes. How you doing today?
And Christopher Bell in position to score stage points right now.
Well, it seems like Ross Chastain is headed forward, and that was our pole sitter, Joey Logano. He's headed backwards since the race has started, so they've missed the handling on their car at the start of this race.
Yeah, it seems like the Fords, you know, they have the speed. There's no question about it. They have the speed, but I'm attorney James Alexander. Since 1987,
Okay.
James Alexander Law has focused on creating true partnerships with each and every one of our clients. That means everything to us.
The broadcast just cut away.
Call James Alexander Law.
Billy Whitaker gives people what they want.
Ladies, I love my new car.
That's great. If you ever need anything, please let me know.
I will.
So we were looking at that earlier. It's off to a great start.
All right, there we go. We're back. I don't know what the hell happened there. Why the broadcast just cut out.
Here last year and really kicked off the season to a pretty good start over the first couple of weeks, and like you say, able to put himself in a good position, and that's what he needs.
John Hunter Nemechek, one of the 3 cars that stayed out, now in 12th place.
Is Kyle Busch going to be our Mr. 69? I'd love to see that.
Slip back a little faster than some of the guys that aren't having the handling issues like they are because of the fact that their tires are just a little bit older.
The other car that stayed out was Michael McDowell. He's now back.
Your broadcast is fine? That was weird. Mine just cut back to commercial real quick.
Oh.
Larson led that lap. Come on, Kyle. Keep that lead. Keep that lead.
Larson did a good job getting to his outside. I thought he was going to go right behind, but
Come on. Retake that lead. Fuck.
finally gets the job done. Kyle Larson, your leader.
Larson's already led for 11 laps. Kyle Busch has led for 19.
Well, Clint, we're starting to see these Toyotas work their way forward. You got Tyler Reddick and Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
This race has been great so far.
This is what we've been waiting for on this downforce style racetrack to see what the Toyotas could do on a long run because we felt like
Been really fun.
more downforce than some of the other cars based upon their speed.
Yeah, and with downforce, it's drag, right? Pretty draggy in the car. Some of the drivers even commented on it. Don't see that speed on qualifying day. On these long runs where handling comes in an issue, they really start marching to the front. We spit it out there.
18 laps to go in the stage. There's the fight to stay in the top 10 and get some stage points. We're going to take you box side by side.
Everywhere but the seat. The seat is leather.
Alan, we get it. You love your bike. We do too. That's why we're America's #1 motorcycle insurer. But do you have to wedge it into everything?
What? Don't do that.
This reminds me of my bike.
The wolf was about the size of my new motorcycle. Have you seen it, by the way? Happy birthday, Grandma!
Really?
Look how the brushstrokes follow the line of the gas tank.
Hey!
Bravo +1.
Jamie.
Inez, let me ask you. You're using Head and Shoulders, right?
Only when I see flakes. Then I switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should use it every wash. Otherwise, the flakes will come back.
He's right, you know.
Is that Tiny Troy?
The ingredients in Head & Shoulders keep the microbes that cause flakes that big.
Microbes? Really?
They're always on your scalp. Little rascals. But good news, there's no itchiness, dryness, or flakes down here.
I love Tiny Troy and his tiny, gorgeous hair.
He's the best. Make every wash count. Little help, please?
See that? Hear that? Feel that? Is this how you prove you earn the crown? How you shut up the haters? And the heat?
Who's going to make the move?
Is this a shooting star? Rock star? Superstar? Okay. Let's all take a deep breath. Because once we peel out, there's no looking back. Ready? WeatherTech knows that trucks like yours can take a beating.
Are you sure? Bring it on.
But with WeatherTech's heavy-duty impact miner, you can safeguard the bed while throwing almost anything at it. The underside features an innovative solution. Shock-absorbing rings disperse the impact of hauling, dropping, or dragging your cargo.
Oh, damn it.
Protect your truck from costly dents and scrapes with the rugged impact liner from WeatherTech. For even more protection, add these premium American-made products. Order today at WT.com.
Every home track starts with something special. Learn more about NASCAR regional tracks near you at NASCAR.com/regional.
Three for me, a dream cafe entree.
Baby back, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, I want my baby back.
Bro, this is about the 3 for me. For 10.99.
So on lap 69, it looks like it's going to be Kyle Larson.
Fuel mileage. Daniel Suarez in 14th place. John Hunter Nemechek 16th. Michael McDowell in 27th.
And yes, so Kyle Larson is Mr. 69.
Christopher Bell up into the top 10. That's Ross Chastain trying to go by for 8th place.
Ross Chastain has been moving. He is going forward in a hurry at the end of this run. He just ran 31.08. Let's see what this lap is. 31.37. So he slowed down a little bit with the pass.
That car right behind him is too. Following suit, he just keeps getting better with more clean air, more speed, like sweet seeds.
Chastain restarted 22nd. Bell restarted 25th. They're in the top 10. They are the biggest movers since the restart.
And I think a lot of that, it just took a little bit longer for those guys on the old tires that stayed out to go backwards. But you're starting to see the 4 tires start to move themselves forward. Like really good cars.
I didn't expect the first stage to take this long.
Kind of kept themselves towards the front of the pack.
Good gamble, just a little too many laps for it to be able to pay off for them.
Yeah, like Michael McDowell, he's fallen back all the way to 29th. He's really put the anger out at the end of this run.
Kyle Busch is the one that has impressed me. Holding tough right there. I did not. That's boy. You see that car is pretty nervous and off the corner. Got loose.
Now Joey Logano restarted 16th. He is in 11th, but he's having.
Do they have those roof cameras today? I think they do. Yes, they do.
Well, Clint, for whatever reason at this particular racetrack, it always seemed like you got that Vegas vibration. And you have tire vibrations at Las Vegas and at Texas Motor Speedway, where you have that really heavy banking and high corner speeds. And sometimes as you get to the end of these runs, you hope it's not that right rear tire, but as you get to the end of these runs, it starts to vibrate a little bit.
Denny Hamlin pulling down on Ty Gibbs. That's for 5th place. And the battle for the free pass is William Byron, who's just made it past J.J. Yaley. So Byron, after having that huge trash bag covering up his grill and the water temperature shooting skyward, Byron will get back on the lead the next time the caution lands.
Definitely important spot right there. Getting back on that lead lap conversation. Problem is, will these leaders start lapping other cars? 7 to go.
Next car to go a lap down would be Kaz Gralla in the 15. And yes, that would change that free pass picture.
William Byron's laps are still really good on board with Tyler Reddick here, and you know that his car is pretty good. He's coming forward, but when it's on the bottom of the racetrack here, you know he's got a pretty good car because he'd rather run at the top.
Pretty good's an understatement. Tyler Reddick is rolling right now. That 45 car is bad fast. Starting to hear more conversations about these guys having vibrations. I think, Kevin, we've noted it. Usually around lap 30 in a run, those right rear tires.
Kyle's falling off a little bit here.
One of those drivers is Daniel Suarez, who got right rear tires at lap.
Tyler Reddick just took second.
His left sides have been on the entire race so far.
That's a bad feeling.
And this is a long run, and the tires are going to wear out. So as the tires, that right rear tire a lot of times will wear all the rubber off of the right rear, right down to the cord. So you just don't know where the cars are at this point because of the length of the run. It could be to that point.
There's the drop off of the cars that did not come in for at least 2 tires on the lap 27 caution flag. 5 to go on the stage. Larson, Reddick, Busch, Truex, Gibbs. Pretty good gap. Back through the top 10, anchored by Austin Cindric, as they look for stage points here 4 laps from now.
Guys, things have changed here a little bit, and you're going to see it right here with Kyle Larson. He's running the top of the racetrack, so you see him above that top seam right there, running against the fence. And if this migrates into being the fast lane, the guy running first and second will be the best at it. Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick.
Now we know we don't have team orders in Nascar, but if Kyle Larson comes up and laps Kaz Grala, that will deny Larson's teammate William Byron the free pass. Any chatter about that?
I'd lap him.
Okay.
You know why? Because I think he's my biggest competitor. So I would do everything I can do. That's okay. I'm lapping him.
I got your number now.
I tell you who's got the number, and that's the 45 car of Tyler Reddick. But here's a battle for third.
Busch, Truex, and Gibbs all fighting for third here.
That's a bold move by Ty Gibbs, trying to go three wide right there. But I think that was a smart move to lift out of the throttle. But he's also got a really fast car.
Yeah, they're coming. I mean, that was the question. I needed to see, can these two Toyotas take advantage of the downforce that they have on these longer runs? And look here, deep into a run, here they come, all of them. 1, 2, 3 of them trying
Ty's
to
going to have a huge run up this corner off the top of the racetrack.
A little tight on the exit, but a lot of momentum down here.
One to go in stage one.
Final lap of stage one.
Will stay on the lead lap. That's important to William Byron.
The thing I like about all this, Clint, is how we can move all over the racetrack. We've got cars on the top, bottom, middle, everywhere.
We may have a new leader coming to the flag for stage one.
And Kyle Larson is going to win stage one at Las Vegas.
Larson gets it. Side by side for third, give it to Truex.
Christopher Bell made his way back up to 10th. Let's not, like, that's pretty fucking impressive. But I will be right back. I'm going to go outside for a minute, and I'm going to go smoke. So I'll be back.
Good day, sir.
Oh, wait. You like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
When I was your age, we never had anything like this.
What? Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi that works all over the house, even the basement.
The basement. So I can finally throw that party and invite Shannon Barnes.
Dreams do come true. Xfinity gives you reliable Wi-Fi with wall-to-wall coverage on all your devices, even when everyone is online.
Maybe we'll even get married one day.
I wonder what I'll be doing.
Probably still living here with Mom and Dad.
Fast, reliable speeds right where you need them. That's wall-to-wall Wi-Fi on the Xfinity 10G network.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger and fries for just $10.99. Good luck finding that delicious value in the drive-thru, cause you won't. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Hey, I'm at gate 6 wearing a gray shirt.
ฉันอยู่ที่ประตู6สวมเสื้อสีเทา
ได้ครับ เดี๋ยวผมมารับอีก2 นาที I'll pick you up in 2 minutes.
Toyota Racing is looking for iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing. Toyota Racing is looking for quick draw thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
The XFL and the United States Football League have announced plans to merge.
A move that ensures spring football is here to stay.
This will bring together 2 of the best spring leagues we've ever seen.
The United Football League has arrived. Spring just got stronger.
Stage one is complete in the Pennzoil 400, presented by Jiffy Lube and Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Here's Jamie Little.
Well, Mike, Daniel Suarez couldn't have won that race last week without his crew hitting their marks on pit road. So let's meet Team 99 for Trackhouse.
Josh Bush, front tire changer, former All-American at Wake Forest University, and Super Bowl 50 champion with the Denver Broncos.
Seth Godoris, rear tire changer, last week's winners and the closest 3-wide finish in NASCAR history. Charlie Plank, tire carrier, survivor of the 38 truck at Talladega last year, didn't skip a beat, great to go.
Josh Appleby, Jackman, punter, University of Louisville, 2-time CrossFit Vitality Throwdown champion. Milan Radonovich, fueled the 99 car for Daniel Suarez, former Rutgers football player.
And that's the team that got Daniel Suarez in position to win in Atlanta last week. In stage one, 4 Chevys, 5 Toyotas, and Austin Cindric's Ford scored stage points. There's the Toyota Camry XSE that leads the field here in Las Vegas.
A little bit tricky, Kevin. All right, crew chiefs ask me what they need, right? What kind of adjustments need in a race car? Well, I don't really know. I had 2 tires. I had scuff tires on. A lot of scenarios that I haven't felt on these cars in a long time. Kind of hard to give that feedback.
Well, you should have a pretty good read on everything that's happening with today's conditions, with the sun being out and the less wind, and in a whole run there. I know that the scuff tires and the 2 tires are going to give you a little bit of a misread, but overall you should have had a pretty good view of everything that's happening, and also know if you can pull some strategy at the end of the race. But those guys were able to hold on for a pretty short amount of time with the 2 tires, and they cycled right back through the field as the run went on. And so I think that the 2 tire strategy is going to be something that you have to do only for a really, really short amount of time.
Keep in mind that Suarez and McDowell and Nemechek have an extra set of tires because they did not stop on the last caution. They have at least an extra pair over most of the teams here.
And that could come into play later in a race. You just never know how these cautions are going to fall. Last year we had a pretty straightforward race. The cautions didn't fall, and the green flag pit stops. And in this one we hadn't had a green flag pit stop. So this has been a pretty interesting start.
All right, 33 cars on the lead lap, and most all of them will come to pit road right now. Regan.
Kyle Busch went through a number of different transitions through that run, ultimately ending up too loose on exit in the middle just a little bit. Team told them they felt that was because of the 2 tires they took on the previous stop. And Denny Hamlin is not bad right now. Told his guys we're just a little bit too tight up top and through the center at the end of the run. Jamie?
Tyler Reddick's in a hole when it comes to points. Their goal was to get some stage points and finish this one out. So far, so good. Second on the board. They'll tighten them up just a little bit. Kyle Larson said he had less grip because of the scuffs that last run. They're going to tighten him up just a touch.
You see Tyler Reddick, I saw he got into the box, kind of pointed the wrong direction and too close to the wall, couldn't get out, had to back up. Costly mistake for Tyler Reddick.
One lead lap driver did not pit, Kaz Gralla. So he is the leader at the moment. Denny Hamlin wins the race off pit road. Kyle Larson picking up right where he left off here last fall with a stage 1 win.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Or the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
This is Ford Truck Month. With amazing offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks. Make way for the event that only comes around once a year. Featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. Get ready and get the Ford Truck Month. See your Ford dealer today for incredible offers on the new 2024 Ford F-150. Only during Ford Truck Month.
Y'all ready? Ready.
The Barn Bar. The commie's best hangout. Just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
You love pizza just as much as we love pizza. So we're bringing you our favorite offer yet. For a limited time, get a large one-topping pizza for $8.99 at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
We've come a long way together. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries, and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Credit One Bank. 85 laps complete, end of stage one. Kaz Grala has made his pit stop, so Martin Truex is the race leader. Let's have a look at what's new on Kevin Harvick's podcast.
Typically, you want Mike Joy to call most of the last lap because nobody really wants to hear us call the last lap. Mike does a much better job at that. And Clint got so excited and so jacked up, and it was just, that was all natural Clint. And he was going crazy, and I put my arm around him because I kind of got it. I'm like, oh, this is pretty exciting. And he's making me excited, and I didn't want to get in the middle of those two talking, so I just kind of let it all play out and watch the end of the race.
Well, let's hope the fans were excited too. Join Kevin every Tuesday and Thursday for NASCAR's #1 on the charts podcast, Happy Hour, presented by NASCAR on Fox.
Yeah, we've been having fun with that the last couple of weeks. We got SVG on this week to talk about everything he's done with his racing career, and who knows where we'll go. We'll tell you our secret word that we already got in.
Hey, who knows? Steve Phelps may stop by your podcast one week.
That would be lit. Yeah, I'd say he'll come by. Regan?
Well, Mike, what a fantastic stop for Denny Hamlin's guys in the 11 car. Picked him up some spots on pit road there. AJ Rosini, front tire changer. What is the intensity like when you're out there having to stop like that?
Man, it's crazy. It's a great feeling to go out, competing for first place after it gets pit stop. That's what we live for. That's what we train for. That's what we work for. That's it. It's a great feeling.
All smiles down here, Mike.
Well, and here's a look at it.
And I love that. I love that they just did a pit stop, and Regan is down there a minute after they just completed the stop, and what a look inside the sport. Those guys on the pit crew are so important to the success of your day.
9.94 seconds.
There you have it.
You know what that equals? P1, baby. Thank you, boys. They come a lot easier in that pit area than they do out here.
All right, there's a look at the Monster Energy Cam on board Tyler Reddick. We listened in there.
Anything on the pit box coming in, like you just locked the fronts up? Too much different than the last one? No, that's different. Situation again where they're having somebody come around them, but just need to get pointed out. Worry about not carrying so much speed. Just get pointed out. Make sure we're short. See what you can do to help a little bit. But obviously we're all stacked up here. Yeah, bad spot.
Thank you, Tyler Reddick. I appreciate that confirmation because I just had the argument with my counterpart here in the booth. The front tires locked up because these pit boxes are so slick that is so easy to do.
Yeah, look at this. Really tight corners here, almost 4 wide. You see Ty Gibbs coming out. I think there's a little bit of contact off the side of Kyle Larson.
But the big loser here was Reddick. He came in second. He went out 16th.
Yeah, it was big. I noticed it. I didn't see the front tire lockup, Kevin, but I definitely noticed that car. He had those lines in his pit box, and it was a good 2 feet inside of where it needed to be.
Yeah, well, if you need my glasses, you can borrow them.
Hey, Corey LaJoy.
All right, going back green. Truex is leading. Fuck Truex. Green flag is in the air.
Stage 2. Truex, Hamlin. 34 cars on the lead lap with the addition of William Byron, who got the free pass. And is back in contention. 2 Toyotas, 2 Chevys, and then the rest of the field.
LaJoy making a move on the outside of Martin Truex Jr. for second. Clear.
Motorsports. Great job. Great stop. Put him in position to make that move. Corey last week cemented his first 2 consecutive top 15 finishes, Daytona and Atlanta.
Oh, you see him get spooked right there.
So Hamlin took the lead there on that restart.
Kind of pulled that car up from going all the way to the bottom. And Martin Truex Jr. is going to get position on the inside of him here down the front straightaway.
Jamie?
Yeah, and just to update Corey LaJoie, what a run for him. This is a good measuring stick for this team. We expect them to be good on those drafting tracks like he did the last 2 weeks, but he is so happy with the car, you guys. He said, I don't want any adjustments. My entry is good. I think he's the only driver that has not complained yet today.
3 wide for second place here, as Kyle Larson tries to take advantage of the Truex-LaJoie battle.
Ooh.
And Blaney.
Kyle was getting into it there with Ty Gibbs there for a second.
Down to the apron. Wow.
Well, we talked about Ryan Blaney yesterday and his long run speed, and obviously he's fired off pretty well on this particular restart, and I think that could play well as we see Corey LaJoie get tight off of turn 2 and Ryan Blaney underneath him going into 3.
Gonna get him another one. Yeah, you told me yesterday, Kevin, we were talking about the Fords. Where are the Ford Mustangs? Who's strong, who's not? That Blaney car in the long run, that was the one that you pointed out.
Well, Ryan Blaney has had the best Ford the second half of last year. He was always the best Ford for the most part in the races, and here he is again leading the Ford charge. There's always 2 parts to these runs, and we saw at the end of the last run the Toyotas really start to move forward, and now they've worked themselves forward to be able to maintain that position on these restarts. We saw Kyle Busch talk about his car getting loose. Most likely that's coming from the right rear tire getting burned off. We see Ty Gibbs up in 6th, and I think when these guys have the control of the race, I think that's going to be interesting to see what Larson has for these Toyotas.
Austin Cindric back at 13th there with Reddick. Remember, Reddick got bottled up trying to get out of the pits and fell 14 spots during the pit cycle.
Yeah, he's frustrated. You do all that work to get past all the cars that you got past, and now you got to do it all over again. So
8th place, Ross Chastain trying to take the spot from Alex Bowman. Bowman comes back on the outside.
Well, we really saw the one car of Ross Chastain that first run, first stage of the race really come on the second half of the run there, the long run at the end of stage 1. So we know his car is really good as we get going forward. The more you get that track position at the beginning of these runs, the more you can take advantage of that long run speed.
He's taking advantage of that high line, too. That's something they've cleaned that racetrack off, giving these guys the affordability to move around, go where they're not, make that momentum speed down the straightaways.
Since the restart, Michael McDowell +8, William Byron up 6 spots, Ricky Stenhouse, Todd Gilliland, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain up 5, and Tyler Reddick up 4.
We see Joey Logano get that off the top of turns 3 and 4. They're going to have to do something different. He's hoping that high line or something works for his car, because the Fords are just not where they need to be.
Alex Bowman under fire here. Bowman's last win came here in 2022. Penske teammates on the right. O'Donnell was the pole sitter for today's race. Behind them, that is Hocevar. The rookie trying to hold up Chase Elliott. Hocevar in 14th.
Yeah, and he's had a great run so far today.
Holding a pretty wheel, doing a great job. That 77 car, I think you're going to see a lot of him this year. I like that kid. Did a good ride.
Just needs to run all the laps today.
Experience.
Denny Hamlin's your leader. 0.6 of a second in front of Kyle Larson. Mark Truex another half second back.
He's already been a winner once out here in Las Vegas. I saw he won a blackjack tournament. That trophy said $300,000 on the top of it. I don't know if that's how much it was, but that's a big win.
Back in 9th place, Christopher Bell. Remember, back at lap 10, he brought out the first caution of the day when the right rear tire went down. Here's Bell on the way his day has gone so far.
Flat tire, flat tire, flat tire. Right rear, right rear. We got 2 more, 1 more. Clear there. Caution's out, caution's out. Just take care of it. Don't let risk the fender. Right rear. I feel better than the guy in front of me, and I can keep moving forward. I feel my head's still in a good spot. I know that we'll be fine. Yeah, once we get sorted, we'll be okay. This thing's really good right now, Adam. Good work, good work.
Talking to crew chief Adam Stevens, I'd say everything's more than just okay. He got his way back to the top 10, and he stayed there.
Got through that adversity. I got lucky with a flat tire. Didn't damage a race car. Got right back after it.
Yeah,
My head's in a good place.
He's self-diagnosed.
Third place, a couple of former champs, Martin Truex, Kyle Busch. Neither one wanted to live for that corner, but yeah, Truex had to. All right, 100 laps of 267 are complete, and Denny Hamlin has been out in front for 12 laps. He leads Kyle Larson by half a second.
Nothing comes close to this place in the morning. I'm so glad I can still come here. You see, I was diagnosed with obstructive HCM, and there were some days I was so short of breath. I thought I'd have to settle for never stepping foot on this trail again. I became great at making excuses, but I have people who count on me, so I talked to my cardiologist. I said there must be more we can do for my symptoms. He told me about a medication called Camzyos. He said Camzyos works by targeting what's causing my obstructive HCM, so he prescribed it, and I'm really glad he did.
Camzyos is used to treat adults with symptomatic obstructive HCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and your ability to be active. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased if you develop a serious infection, or irregular heartbeat, or when taking certain other medicines. So do not stop, start, or change medicines or the dose without telling your healthcare provider. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help if you experience new or worsening symptoms of heart failure. Because of this risk, Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions, including current or planned pregnancy.
Today with Camzyos,
Left your
I don't lose
scarf
my breath as
there,
often.
your
My symptoms
sister
have improved, helping me go from expecting less
still got
to
it in the
experiencing
drawer
more.
even
My name
now.
is Mike, and this is my Camzyos moment. Call your cardiologist today and see if a Camzyos moment
Your
may
sweet
be your future
disposition,
too.
my wide-eyed gaze, singing in the car, getting lost upstate.
So you can pizza now, then pizza again. Free pizza means your next dinner is covered. Your future self will thank for get it while it's hot. Only at Pizza Hut.
There's 62 degrees and sunny skies and wind conditions in Las Vegas, Nevada.
XFL merged together to create one powerful spring football league called the UFL. These players are going to play hard-nosed, intense football, passionate football.
Every play matters.
They got one shot. They're going to ball out. Spring football is here to stay.
The UFL season kicks off March 30th on Fox and ABC.
Las Vegas is home to the Sphere, the largest LED screen on the planet on its exterior, and it runs 24/7. Taller than the Statue of Liberty. U2 just finished up their residency there. Fish, Dead and Company among the acts that will play there, and boy, there is a line out the door almost all the way to the Strip to see it. Lead change, Kyle Larson. Dropped to the
Here
inside.
comes Larson for the lead. Oh, Larson took the lead.
And retook the lead. Larson's now been out front for a total of 37 laps. He's led 4 times.
Yeah, just running down and took advantage of that momentum. Caught him at the right time and pounced on him.
Yeah, now that he's out front, he's really able to put about a little over a tenth and a half.
Shut up, Kevin.
Third place cars. Getting that clean air is such a huge deal, and being able to finish that pass on Denny Hamlin is something that.
Who do you think will win stage 2?
So that he can start to get.
I think Kyle Busch is going to win stage 2.
Build that distance.
3 Chevys, 2 Toyotas in the top 5. Ryan Blaney is the first 4 in 6th. Kyle Larson leading the way. His team, Hendrick Motorsports, Williams has 9 wins here, most of all teams in history. And they had a clean sweep last year of the stages and the races. In fact, counting Bowman's win, they won the last 3 in a row here in Las Vegas of spring races.
Here comes Kyle to try to pass Denny. Yep, he's going to do
You
it.
see that 11 car starting to
Will he complete the pass? It looks like it.
the 8 and the 5 of
So Kyle Busch
as you see Kyle Busch go around the outside of Denny Hamlin.
into second now.
So Chevy's 1, 2, and 4. Fourth being Corey LaJoie.
Corey LaJoie is impressing me. I really thought he'd fall off. Obviously, an awesome pit stop put him in that scenario, but he's holding tough up there, doing a good job there. Great company, Spar Motorsports. That's stiff competition they're running with.
You know, 2 years ago it was Trackhouse Racing bursting on the scene to great effect. Last year's most improved team, RFK Racing. Chris Buescher had a great season. Could this be Spar Motorsports' season to break through?
Absolutely, and it's Corey LaJoie's time. He's put in the time. He has struggled there. I mean, they were on that marker, right? And they grinded it out, figured it out. They've got some money in that thing. They've got teammates now. First time he's ever had teammates. And look at the difference it's making. A win's coming in his future.
Well, to his inside is Ryan Blaney, who's going to go
Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I've been waiting for you, but you never come.
Having a good day, though, and that has come with a lot of good communication. Early on, that race car was so tight, it was chattering the front tires from the center of the corner. He and crew chief Jonathan Hassler working through that, found a way to get it to where now the car is turning good. He's happier with the car all the way around the racetrack right now.
All right, 33 laps complete in stage 2, which is 5 laps longer than the first stage, at 85. Kyle Larson leading Kyle Busch by almost a second.
Yeah, now Kyle Busch has to pass Kyle Larson. That might be a little more tricky.
You and I are standing guard in one of the last great open spaces. There's no army off this earth that's going to stop those wagons coming.
Use that much this year?
Haven't had much need of it yet.
Looks like we got ourselves a bad man right here.
Horizon, an American saga.
Logano was clearly not the move.
Rated R.
Yeah.
This season, Toyota Racing,
I guess. He could still win.
iron stomachs that can stand the pressure, and quick drop thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. So hold on tight and strap yourself in. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
I had Kyle Busch in my garage and decided last second to move him out for Logano.
Under the sun, more than just the sun is shining under the sun. A people young in love are finding under the sun.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JBC for just $5.
Kyle Larson leading. Kyle Busch trying to close in from our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven. 117 laps complete on our progressive race summary. 10 different leaders, 12 lead changes, 34 cars on the lead lap. And Bubba Wallace has come to pit road, so has Ricky
Got
Stenhouse.
pit stops here.
Here comes Blaney. They're going to start.
Well, you got some of these guys that are like Ryan Blaney that want to come to pit road early so that they can leapfrog the guys that they're racing around. Regan?
Well, we just talked about Ryan Blaney and how that car is turning better for him right now this run. The problem with that, it transitioned to just a little bit too loose on the entry. Both ends of the racetracks, turn 1 and turn 3.
Austin Dillon's in. Daniel Suarez making his stop. Ryan Preece.
Denny Hamlin from third.
Everyone's fucking pitting right now.
Truex Jr. I think that's Gibbs behind him. Bowman, here they're coming.
Well, it's forced everybody's hands to get on pit road so they don't lose any time.
All right, no fucking speeding penalty, Kyle.
McDowell, Byron, Gillen.
He's gonna get a speeding penalty here. I hope I'm wrong. He hasn't pit yet, but when he does.
Nemechek and Moore.
Scheduled Bob Sweet, Kyle Busch too fast. Yeah. All right, here comes Kyle Busch and Larson.
Adjusting on his car throughout the day. He's been very quiet though for this run. Remember, he had that run in with
Just don't fucking speed. Don't have a fuck up in like the pit box.
Into his box, expecting to take 4 tires here. They told him to go on the jack. Don't have to wait for fuel like we saw so often last week.
Around the left side, Ross Chastain has taken over the lead from Tyler Reddick and Christian Bell. Everybody pitting under green. And here's Chastain. He'll give up the lead to come to the pits. Reddick and Bell right with him. Austin Cindric too fast entering.
Ha.
Well, this is a tough.
Cindric got a penalty.
All your braking all the way around the banking to get to pit road. And it's really easy to speed in those first couple sections.
And off the banking, right? You were telling me yesterday, really slams these cars down off the banking when they get on a flat. That's why they move that line around the corner a little bit more to help these guys get in.
So everyone has pitted except for lap down cars and J.J. Yaley and Zane Smith. Take a while to sort this out, but Larson cycles back to the lead with Hamlin, who was third, now second. Daniel Hemrick too fast exiting pit road.
Like Daniel Hemrick's in this race?
Be third right there. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin 1-2, but Ryan Blaney, he leapfrogged a couple guys on that pit stop.
And Ross Chastain.
Wait, is Daniel Hemrick racing full time this year?
Too fast entering.
And that's all the stuff that you want to preach to your driver. We gotta do the little things right. You gotta be able to get down pit road, not speed. I know we want to get as much time as we can, but we can't have penalties on pit road.
Do not beat yourself.
Do not beat yourself. 100%.
All right, the green flag cycle is complete, but for the penalty drives down pit road. Ryan Blaney was fourth.
Why is Bubba 4 down? I'm not seeing that.
And we were fortunate to be able to listen in to their pre-race briefing for the pit crew.
Good job, Atlanta. Despite honestly being, a little bit sloppy on pit road. Race today, it's a 267 lap race where you go about 65.
Oh yeah, he is.
Like I said, we don't have a ton of tires, so there's certainly the opportunity to use scuffs if we get, some early cautions stacked on top of each other. So, just be ready. I call for that.
Hemrick is full time. When the fuck did this shit happen, dude?
And most of the teams
it's like,
take the opportunity to
I don't remember that shit happening.
back at the caution.
Hemrick full time?
Fantastic. Recording
I
plan.
feel like that was such an irrelevant move. Like, there's.
Penalty stop.
I feel like somebody else maybe deserves that ride. I like Hemrick. I do.
And that will cost you at pit road speed, I guess, about a lap and a half to make that drive down pit road, get back up to speed. You'll lose about a lap and a half to the leader by the time you're back at speed. Lap and a quarter, lap and a half. 125 laps complete, closing in on halfway.
Kyle Busch lost some spots there.
In Las Vegas.
Here's one thing we can all agree on. Having more
Yeah, he
choices
replaced
beats
Haley.
having less choices.
SVG should be in that car. Just put SVG right in. Right in the Cup Series. That's what they should have done. Just throw him right into the top level. Feel like figure it out. That makes a man out of you. Imagine just like waking up. Imagine just waking up Like you got knocked out and you wake up
Tenders and 3 Mandarin orange tenders.
and you're on the bench
3 classic tenders.
for like a Denver Broncos game.
I win. Oh, okay.
You're on the bench for a Denver Broncos game and the coach is yelling at you. He's like, get out there! Get out there! And you're the fucking QB. You're the QB.
20% now for a limited time.
Like, imagine that shit. Like, you just get knocked out and then all of a sudden you wake up and you're like a QB for the Denver Broncos.
The Barn Bar.
Like, that'd be intense.
The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
Thank you. Unbelievable. You wearing this just to get recognized?
Look,
It's comfortable.
love the suit. Tell your driver when you return the car, we'll fill it up for you.
It's nice to have a little status. It's not you. It's T-Mobile with Magenta status. Drive, driver. My ticket only costs $5.
Chastain's in 30th, a lap down.
Rate on my Hilton stacks. T-Mobile. Good night.
You don't need to be famous to get premium benefits from brands you love. That's Magenta status.
It's the fastest, most unpredictable speedway.
Iron made this place. Mine, smelted, roars. And every spring, we gather round and celebrate. Sharpening iron. But in order to take it all home, you need nerves of steel. The big one is back. Get your tickets now at Tallahassee.com.
Closing on halfway, 130 laps complete, 137 to go here in Las Vegas. Kyle Larson leading Denny Hamlin now by almost 2 seconds. Hamlin picked up a spot in the pit road exchange there when everybody came in under green.
Well, when these fields get strung out like they are right now, you want to be able to try to leapfrog the cars that you're racing around, especially if you feel like you're faster, and be able to get by them under.
Kyle passed Blaney for
It's
third.
just easier to pass while you're under the strategy or on pit road.
Yeah, utilize your strategy, right? And that's exactly what you do. Short pit them, take advantage of a good pit stop. We listened to his crew chief talking about that plan pre-race, and they knocked it out of the park. I mean, that is execution at its finest right there.
29 cars on the lead lap. Ross Chastain, who had a penalty pass-through, is the first car 1 lap down. Got some audio on Kyle Larson and Cliff Daniels and the changes they've made.
Yeah, 10-4. We had to make an adjustment to take care of our right front tire. I think it's going to play right into our hands.
Well, we talked about it in pre-race. It was Kyle Larson versus his right rear tire, and why we say that is because
We had the cautions and the red flag earlier, but we've had a lot of green flag racing to make up for it.
They needed to take care of the right front tire by freeing the car up, so that is definitely not what we're talking about, but it is definitely always a tire strategy and a balance strategy.
Now, Corey LaJoy, who just lost 9th spot to Chase Elliott, had some issues on pit road. Jamie?
Yeah, Mike, we've talked about how well he's been running today and what a great stop they had the time before last, but this is what happened most recently when he came into pit. Watch that right rear. They could not get that lug nut back on. You see him signaling, wait. He's trying to get it back on, had to wait. That cost him some valuable time, but he's fighting his way back right now. Still sitting 10th as they run.
Good recovery there for a car that's been in the top 10 most all day. Tyler Reddick 7th right now. Restarted 15th. And William Byron got the free pass on the stage-ending caution at lap 80. So Byron restarted 34th. He's gained 18 positions.
Yeah, things rapidly unraveled for him. I mean, to the point of running over a trash bag and had to pit, but he's slowly but surely digging himself out of that. If anybody has the speed to match the 5 car, it's definitely his teammate William Byron. He's just got a long road to hoe still to get there.
Well, I think the team's just happy that it's still running.
Yeah, 350 degrees. That's pretty hot.
I've been watching Kyle Busch's last few laps on the scoring monitor, and he's definitely got some pace in that car right now.
3 seconds back now. He's got Hamlin running him down too.
The RCR has to be happy with their pace so far. Their performance, super speedways, this downforce, mile and a half.
Now this is Ross Chastain trying to get his lap back the hard way. Had to make that penalty drive through, but he has closed on race leader Kyle Larson here.
It also tells you something about the speed of his car, because he's able to hang right with Kyle Larson, and I think with the clean air being up towards the front, obviously gives them a read of, hey, we've got pretty good speed in our car. We just need to get the track position.
This is the first gauge, right? This is the first regular season downforce mile and a half package. Larry's told us about the speed conversation, the downforce, drag, and everything in between that. You have to have that balance correct. And when you leave this place or run as well as they have at Las Vegas on these mile and a half, that gives you a good feeling moving forward.
Well, we've seen Ty Gibbs be as high as anybody going through turns 3 and 4 for as long as anybody has been doing it. So he's definitely got a good car today. Especially
So I guess I should move Bubba out.
But he's got options. I like that because he's able to run up the racetrack where not everybody is. And one of the things that you need here at Las Vegas, like we talked at the beginning of the race, you need to have options going into the corner. I need a versatile car. I need to be able to run at the top of the racetrack like Ty is right here.
Split the seam this lap, move down to one lane.
And a lot of times you split that seam, you'll notice when we go into corners, right around those seams, the racetrack's a little bit grayer than other places on the racetrack.
See Byron getting him another one.
So you look at the lap down cars, that includes Bubba Wallace, who had trouble on the right rear with the lug nut, and that has put him 3 laps down back there with J.J. Yaley. Zane Smith had trouble early, brushed the wall, had to come in for repairs under green. And 1 lap down.
Not J.J. Yaley.
Cindric and
That's bad.
Mostly due to penalties. To go in stage 2. That'll be lap 165.
Yeah, Bubba wins now. Imagine that shit. I moved him into my garage, and now he wins.
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time.
Larson just keeps pulling away though. But Kyle is pulling away from Denny, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him to win the stage. But we still got 22 laps.
Of a rocking infield experience that offers unparalleled access to your favorite NASCAR drivers. Of a spring weekend full of friends, family, and electric short track action you'll never forget. NASCAR Weekend at Richmond Raceway. Get your tickets now at richmondraceway.com.
Cracker Barrel was founded on the simple belief that freshly made food should be served up at a fair price. Today, that's more important than ever. So we've got over 20 meals under $12, including all the generously portioned classics that made us famous, and the signature sides you've always loved. All served up with an extra helping of care. Eat, shop, earn Cracker Barrel rewards.
What do we got? Order. A lot of cats. How many cats? I don't know, man. Like 400? What do ladies want to watch?
Why are there pool noodles on the go?
That's a 100-year-old tortoise born in the 1920s.
This guy was probably pretty racist back then.
Let's get these trash cans in the truck, everyone.
They get it through the AC duct and hit the bar. All these guys 21?
The Animal Control season premiere this Wednesday on Fox. Did you see that? Hear that? Feel that? Let's all take a deep breath. Because once we feel out, there's no looking back. Ready?
Jesus, wind. Jesus Christ, wind.
Darn right. About a dozen of him that are up there on that platform.
Having fun. Having fun in the infield.
Kyle Larson's having fun.
Yes, he is.
About to put Cavs one lap down here. How about the second place car, Reagan?
Mike Kyle Busch having a great day after starting relatively deep in the field. I talked to his crew chief Randall Burnett earlier this morning. There was some concern in their hauler about what they were going to get today. They couldn't get his car to the bottom of the racetrack on entry yesterday. Made some significant adjustments, and nothing that Kyle Busch does on a racetrack should surprise us. Very good right now. Car just a little bit too loose for him with no grip off of the cars.
He is holding station, as they say, 4 seconds back of the lead. Denny Hamlin's about to come into that picture. Ryan Blaney, another second and a half back. Well, trying to keep a lid on the pit box. And it's trying to blow away. Is that the biggest problem, Kyle Larson?
I'll tell you why it's important, because that head right there on that man, you need to keep that thing cool. Guy is one smart cat.
Long green flag run here. Kind of like that.
Cliff Daniels.
So the wind appears to have picked up here as Carson Hocevar heads.
Yeah, it's looking really windy there now. We'll make sure there's no rain cell that's gonna like blow into there. Because yesterday in the Xfinity race it was close.
Right front flat.
Nah, nothing to worry about.
He came from damage or anything. He was racing hard with those guys. Man, he was doing a great job. A great job inside the top 15. That's just what the doctor ordered for those guys. Got a little hiccup here to overcome. They really can get it done.
Ross Chastain now is no longer the first car one lap down. He is third because Kyle Larson keeps lapping cars. Derek Kraus in the 16 is the first car one lap down. You saw him lap Kaz Gralla. He's the second. So Chastain's got work to do if he's going to get back on the lead lap.
Well, that's
Wait, Derek Kraus is in this race? That's pretty fucking cool.
Ross is in. It just kind of gets worse on these.
I didn't know he made his Cup debut. It's today. I'm assuming this is his Cup debut.
More cars a lap down.
Yeah, this is his Cup debut.
Cam Briscoe had a tough day in Atlanta. Here he is running 13. 17 seconds back. Make that 12. See it 13 now. William Byron goes by.
Gap from 7th to 8th is large.
Yeah, and Chase
Yeah, it is.
early, so I think as the end of this run goes, he's going to start falling back a little bit just because of the
Kyle Larson has a pretty big lead to Kyle Busch too right now. Looks like Larson's gonna win the stage.
Tail end of this run, just like we had on that long run last time. Tyler Reddick getting back up where he needs to be. Fast race car.
But think about how long that's taken, Clint. That really emphasizes the point of making a mistake on pit road and doing the little things wrong, and how long it takes to make your track position back up.
Well, 10 to go here in the stage 2, and that's exactly where he pounced on. Passed a lot of cars in that last 10, 15 laps. Great momentum, digging himself out of a hole, making a difference up.
Harrison Burton, the 26th place car, about to go one lap down. No trouble.
Oh, trouble. Christopher Bell. Caution is out with 9 laps to go in the stage. So this changes things.
Fourth caution of the day.
This changes shit.
When this happened.
This definitely changes shit.
We'll have to see here. I think he just lost it, guys. He was in the way. Tires are up, don't pit. They're definitely up. Didn't get into the wall, it doesn't look like. You see right behind Chase Briscoe here. It gets loose. Around she went. Just lost it out.
And right in the middle of that corner is where the bumps are that we talk about. The higher up the racetrack you go. But a lot like last week when we were in Atlanta, Clinton, we see those cars kind of halfway poked out with that right front fender. It puts you in a position to where the car can get freer, especially if you're on the verge of being too free anyway.
All right, so Kyle Larson had not quite lapped Harrison Burton, so Derek Kraus gets the free pass.
Yeah, just overcome. His running 14th there was, again, I say he's digging out of that hole that the right rear tire had him with a flat tire that first run. Now we're right back to where we started.
Yeah, and you see all that smoke out of the back of the car. What as a driver, what you do right there is you floor the car. And the reason that you floor the car is it drives the car down the hill to keep it from backing up the racetrack and hitting the fence.
The other thing you don't do is overcorrect. These cars and the tires are the left side weight. It was a heads-up move by him to keep that thing locked down, and just like you said, floor it, get this baby headed back down the hill.
Pit road will be open this time.
8 to go. Will there be any gamblers? Probably not. I'd say they're all coming. Might see some 2 tires, stuff like that.
And pit road will be a busy place, even with 8 to go in stage 2. Regan.
Like the 8 car, Kyle Busch in second place right now. Fired off really good after that green flag pit stop, but it fell off too quick for him. Car felt on top of the racetrack and greasy all the way around in the 11 to Denny Hamlin. A little bit edgy on entry, doesn't have comfort getting into the corners. Around lap 20.
So, who stayed out? Did anybody stay out? I don't think anyone stayed out.
Meanwhile, the 5 Kyle Larson may have made that air pressure adjustment to help those
Brad Keselowski had to back up to get out of his pit and come out at the back.
Did who get lapped?
Josh Berry having trouble getting out of his box as well.
Ty Gibbs.
Oh, Bell. Jaden.
Don't let that tire go, guys. Get that tire.
You know, you can just say fuck, right?
Wheels fell off the bus there, boys.
You sound like a Sonic kid.
Frustration sets in. A lot of trouble for Gibbs in the pits.
Yeah, and I want to go back to your comment about Josh Berry having trouble getting out of the pits. These cars they don't turn very well when you're in a pit stall, so it's really, really difficult to be able to get the car turned to the right to get out of the pit box. When they're going fast, they're really, really twitchy. And
as a freaking nice, poop pit stop, oh my
it's
god.
tough to get the car turned and out of the pit box.
So we're going to have a few laps to race here to the end of stage 2. There's your report cam on Brad Keselowski, who was a little deep in his box, not way deep, but he had to back up to get out, and that's why he is back there. Uncontrolled tire for Ty Gibbs, that will be a penalty. Next Sunday on Fox, the NASCAR Cup Series goes to the Arizona Desert in Phoenix. Pre-race 2:30 Eastern, engines fire at 3:30 for the Shriners Children's 500 next Sunday on Fox. And here's some radio on car 54. Where are you at your wheel?
I do not have a first gear. The pilot transmission is broken.
Ty Gibbs does not have first gear. Oh.
Well, you don't need it much, so just use second.
swirling around in that transaxle, that could cause further issues.
Yeah, it is definitely not an ideal situation because of that scenario there,
Mr. Jaden.
He's frustrated.
Yeah.
I sense some negativity.
First gear, that's definitely exiting pits. Already had trouble, right? Now we got an uncontrolled tire. Now we're going to start at the back.
Yeah, and that was just a bad cycle of circumstances right there.
All right, cars that did not pit taking the wave around, there are 7 of them that'll get waved around back to the lead lap, headed up by Casserole. So they sweep around the Toyota Camry XSE safety car, and we'll get back to the lead lap. And they'll include some of the cars that were penalized, like Austin Cindric, and some that had to make an unscheduled stop, like Carson Osar. Regan?
Well, Mike, a slow stop for Kyle Busch down here on pit road. They had to actually go back around the car to get to the right front. They did not get the lug nut all the way onto the car. You'll see right here, they think that it's good, and when they drop the jack, the changer waves his arms. Fortunately, caught it in time, but it cost him a lot of track position.
So Kyle pitted from 2nd place. And is now 18th.
You saw him looking at it. He didn't want to believe it, but that was a good heads-up move. You hate to do that, but you have to do that. That wheel cannot fall off. I want to talk Alex Bowman. Said it. Who's going to gamble? Inside of 5 to go here. He put 2 tires on that 48 from 14th place. Let's see if the gamble pays off.
And we had to put these tires on late in this stage in order to compete, and that probably puts you in a little bit of
No, it does fucking suck because we're not gonna get any stage points here.
It does, because we were doing pretty good on the tire count. Most of them had only used about 4 sets. Remember, they have 9 sets, including what they started to race on in the qualifiers. So yeah, definitely, it puts different folks in different strategies as far as number of sets of tires lap. Because remember, we've got over 100 laps to go in this thing.
And we now have 33 cars on the lead lap, including Derek Krause, who got the free pass. The only cars laps down are
bitches.
Bubba Wallace, J.J. Yaley.
Gonna go back here with 4 to go in the stage.
Out of the race after cutting down a tire. Lap 27 heading along. Pace car is in.
Alrighty, bitches and hoes, going back here with 4 to go in the stage.
4 laps to go in stage 2.
Green flag.
And Chase Elliott fan right there, he likes what he sees. Chase Elliott back in the game here. Stage points on the line. They're going to be going for it.
4 wide.
Jesus Christ.
I told you we'd hear it today, Clint.
Look at the runs coming. All over the place, a lot of blocking. How about these 2 tires from Bowman? Got tight right here.
Here comes Larson.
Larson to the inside of him for the lead.
Those 4 tires are so good. Well, and Larson's just fucking awesome.
Who says we can't have a finish like last week here?
Reddick is back.
Bowman for second. Reddick underneath him. Hamlin coming around on the outside. Blaney on the bottom.
Big momentum for 11 and Denny Hamlin. Bowman still holds strong to this outside on 2 tires.
Good luck. Truex there too. 5 cars racing for second.
It's probably going to be Larson.
Getting pushed by Martin Truex Jr. into the corner, and he was like, oh man.
It's getting tight. Bowman's getting tight in the wake of Reddick in front of him. Hamlin to the inside.
5 and 45 finished in that order in stage 1. Here we come to
Coming to the final lap. Here comes Reddick, though. Reddick's not.
Deal with that 45 car the rest of the day if they don't make any more mistakes. He's rebounded from his mistakes.
Reddick's not backing down.
He's going to be racing with Kyle Larson for the rest of this event.
100%.
Here comes Reddick. I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's close. He's close. I just don't think it'll be enough, though. Oh, shit. And Kyle Larson is going to win stage 2 at Las Vegas.
the stages as he did last fall. And for 10th in the final stage point, give it to Eric Jones over Chase Briscoe.
So I'll be back. I'm going to go smoke.
Kyle Larson is the stage 2 winner.
your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me, bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JVC for just $5.
Your pride and joy is measured in acres. Keep them looking their best with versatile utility vehicles, professional-grade mowers, and the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience.
Just give us some time.
You can find the season person.
We'll get them. We're always doing that. Season premiere this Tuesday on Fox.
I'm attorney James Alexander. Since 1987, James Alexander Law has focused on creating true partnerships with each and every one of our clients. That means everything to us. If you've been injured, call James Alexander Law.
Billy Whitaker gives people what they want.
Hi, Billy.
Hey, ladies.
I love my new car.
That's great. If you ever need anything, please let me know.
I will.
Hey.
He helps them find what they're looking for.
What's your name?
Rosie. Rosie. Oh, you found my Rosie. Thank you, Billy.
Anytime.
That's why at Billy Whitaker Cars and Trucks, you're always good to go.
Matt was 57 when he was diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer. He'd seen his doctor every year. Why wasn't it caught sooner? Matt and his wife called the Porter Law Group looking for answers. Our medical experts discovered Matt's doctors failed to order simple screening tests that would have diagnosed his cancer a year earlier when he could have been cured. Matt's case settled before trial for $3.2 million. If you were denied a cure because of a doctor's failure to make a timely diagnosis, call 833-888-LATE.
We're in the now business. Folks who call us are in harm's way. We realize we need to act now to help those folks. If you're serious about handling your DWI case and the defense of that case, what you need to do is go to DWITom.com, and me and my team will do all we can to help you.
You're watching Fox 68, WSYT 68.1.
Stage 2 is complete of the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kyle Larson over Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, and Martin Truex. Here's your aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every mile and every moment on NASCAR's road to victory. Goodyear, more driven. So at the end of stage 2, who will come and who will stay out? Here are the points earned so far today. Kyle Larson sweeping both stages, as he did here en route to victory last fall.
That's the one that hurt right there. That bad pit stop by Kyle Busch and company in the 8 car really hurt them in this points conversation here. They should have had stage points.
We've been told Larson will stay out, as will a number of the leaders. The question on those that pit will be 2 tires or 4.
Bowman's coming.
Yep, he's the first one in. Alex Bowman, William Byron coming. Let's crank it up for you. Backing up into his pit after he had left. It is. And looks like they'll check the right sides for tightness there. We're under caution, end of stage 2. Kyle Larson, the stage winner over Tyler Reddick.
We've come a long way together. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries, and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear.
official tire of NASCAR.
Hey man, you like Dr. Pepper?
And its unique blend of 23 flavors.
It's everything.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray, there's a great before and after. Then there's the after. That boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more men choose Just for Men.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
There's your biggie bag. Well, that's wood for $5. That's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me, bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go biggie and get all this with the JVC for just $5.
Introducing the most powerful Tacoma ever. With the shut the front door handle. Also known as the seriously wrong handle. Or the whoa handle. And even the no me gusta handle. Standard on the all-new Toyota Tacoma.
Back here in the Race Day studios from Las Vegas, just wrapping up stage 2 out there at the Las Vegas Motor
Bell had to
Speedway.
pit before the end of the stage.
Here. A lot of action on the racetrack. A lot
So
of action
Bell
on the
is
road.
2 laps down, at least according to that.
So far today. Long day for Christopher Bell.
Oh, he's been involved in 2 accidents. He actually had a tire issue here early on lap 10. Got him to the back. He worked his way back up to 14th, and then obviously a few laps ago.
Chris Buescher, you know, he had some issues, and this brought out the red flag for a while.
Yeah, lost a right front wheel. We actually saw the lug nut come off, and then they had to go in and had to weld the wall up. Shannon, they about 10 minutes to get this fixed. This, though, is interesting because Byron had a car we thought capable of winning at one point in the race. Has a little bit of debris get on his grill. He lost a lap, but was able to get back on the lead lap. Just pinned. It'll be interesting to see what he can do.
Someone's not going to be able to clean up their campsite tonight because that back is on the front of William Byron's. Tyler Reddick, he has a bad pit stop, drops all the way down to 16th, running second right now.
Yeah, not a bad pit stop. He actually slid through his stall and was at a bad angle. Struggled to get out, had to back up. Right here, though, Ross Chastain was one of 3 guys that got a speeding penalty. Lost the lap, is back on the lead lap right now. And here's Christopher Bell again. We talked about it. Had a spin, and this has actually put him a couple of laps down. But Kyle Larson, he has been the guy to beat all day. But I think Reddick's going to challenge him.
I know you said that before we came in here, but here's a little McNugget for you guys. 4 times in his career, Kyle Larson has swept all 3 stages, looking to do it 5 times today.
Well, that leads us right into our Credit One Bank Ones to watch, Shannon. So, Glenn, who not named Kyle Larson? Do you have your eye on? Well, he's going to have to get...
Jay, no, I don't want to hear you complaining, you know? I suck in fantasy. You always fucking win. So you know what? I don't even want to hear it. Alright?
If anybody can beat that car, I think it's Tyler Reddick. The car I'm going to pick, unlike you, has been very quiet today, and that's Ryan Blaney. He is the champ and kind of sneaks up on you really everywhere that we go, and today I feel like he's done that. He's been quiet and right there, and he's sitting in 4th right now.
Definitely carrying a Ford flag. Well, Denny Hamlin won here in 2021. He's still looking for his first top 10 of the season. But I want to watch Hamlin because of something he said on his podcast. He congratulated everybody for that finish at Atlanta. And I think it was the greatest finish in NASCAR history in which nobody crashed. And that was the point he made on his podcast. So, great. Let's see how he does. Let's see how they do.
I think we're all right. I do. I like our picks. I like, well, this Kyle Larson.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
Kyle Larson.
You know, I mean,
Saturday, it's a huge regular season finale.
I don't hear from a guy. Jaden.
5 o'clock, more hoops. 5th-ranked Marquette battle Xavier. And in primetime, more hoops. 3rd-ranked UConn faces Providence. It all tips off Saturday. Bubba Wallace with an extended stay on pit road. They have a stuck lug nut on the left front. They're going to have to cut that nut off to remove it and replace it, hopefully without too much damage to the thread. the field is coming to green for stage 3. It'll be 95 laps to go. Larson and Reddick.
Green flag.
Toyota front row. Here we go.
Coming back on the feet here. These restarts are wild. Comes Kyle Larson already looking to the outside. Excuse me, Kyle Busch.
A lot of 3 wide. Big runs off turn 2 on the top. For second.
Well, we see a lot of 3 wide, like you say, Mike.
4 wide back here, boys.
Yeah, and what we've got right now is we've got a mixed up field. We've got the guys that stayed out in the front. You got the back half of the field that said, the heck with it. We're going to come in. We're going to take a chance, put stickers on. And they drove right through the middle and around the outside with those new tires.
And NASCAR has said the restart is under review.
Bob just said restarts declared good.
One thing that it happens at this particular racetrack, you cannot go below the white line before the start-finish line, so it'll be interesting to see what this looks like.
NASCAR has approved the restart, no penalty call. Still 3 wide. This time they have a place.
Chase Elliott holding strong in that middle. Haven't seen much of him today. Starting to show up when the time's right. It was a window getting closer.
Got into the top 10 before the end of stage 2. Briscoe comes up the racetrack in front of those cars. He was battling 3 wide. Bold move in front of Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney.
Look at this mess back here.
The guy that we talked about, that I was talking about before we went green there, Ryan Blaney, he didn't have a good, he didn't shake out very good on the way all that shook out with the restart there. Lost several spots.
Now Blaney is 7th and under fire from Austin Dillon. For that spot. Trying to come back now against Elliott. Blaney back up to 6th.
There we see Austin Dillon in the 3 car, Clint. We haven't said much about him today. He's had a very good run. We've talked about his teammate right behind him there in the 8 car of Kyle Busch. But Austin Dillon having a great day today.
Well, he was struggling early, right? And Kyle Busch was up there running well. He kept looking over his shoulder. All right, where's his teammate? Where's Austin Dillon? I don't know. Maybe he got some information. Maybe they were on a different air pressure or something. Woke that car up for sure.
And it could very well have been that, because these cars are very sensitive to air pressure. So if you have a teammate that's running good and the air pressure is way different, you put that in your car, it could very well have fixed it.
Yeah, Dillon is now 7th, but to your point, his average running position today, 18th.
And clean air. Talk about wake up. With clean air, they just keep getting that handle a little bit better in every position.
Ty Gibbs moving past Dillon up into 7th place. And loses the spot back to the older of the Dillon brothers.
Tell you what, Hosefar's climbing back up there. That's the true test, right? What do we have for a race car? If you got it up there in clean air, that's one thing. You get it back here in this nice and dirty air, and that thing's still making hay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's one thing for your race car, but it's also another thing to see the temperament of your driver and how he reacts in those situations. Young guy.
Probably going to end up being Larson who wins this race, but still got a long way to go.
We see Josh Berry up on the outside trying to figure out where to take all that momentum.
Had a big run on Hosevar on the outside, but could not pay it off, not that time. Todd Gilliland in the mix, who almost lapsed in Atlanta last week.
Yeah, we're on board with Corey LaJoie, Carson Hosevar's teammate. See Carson peeking under the back bumper of Corey LaJoie and going on by. Well, not all the way by, but he's there. You mentioned it earlier, Clint. This Spire team has done a great job. They brought great cars today. Raced competitively up in the front half of the field. Corey LaJoie's been at the front. Hosevar had a penalty and has worked his way back towards the front. So,
Proof's in the pudding. Depth, right? Now we got depth in an organization. We got teammates. Again, we covered it. Sponsors. All that stuff just keeps getting better and better.
Noah Gregson at his home race, trying to break into the top 10 here. He's one spot away from doing that. Was quick in the opening laps of practice yesterday. Did not translate to a great qualifying spot, however. He's knocking on the door of the top 10.
It's good for Gregson. He's having a good run today. Ooh. Ross got a little squirrely there with William Byron, 38.
It was one of those cars that took the wave around on the caution just before the end of stage 2, since he was not going to be in position to get the free pass. 6th place.
Todd Gilliland.
Keeps getting better. Austin Dillon, this 3 car. There's the car that keeps getting better. That 54 car right there. We covered their pit stop and everything that went wrong. Lost his first gear, and he's driving like he's mad.
Rolling, baby.
He was mad. He is mad. He's rolling to the front, though.
Nice recovery from that uncontrolled tire penalty. Just a bit ago.
And we've talked about Ty Gibbs and how close we think he is to winning. And this is a great racetrack for Joe Gibbs racing in their cars, notoriously with whether Xfinity cars, Cup cars, no matter what that is. And today he's running low.
Look, he's going to have one of the 3 Toyotas ahead of him. Reddick, Hamlin, and Truex, second, third, and fourth. Kyle Larson giving the field the goodbye look. 2.3 seconds and growing is his lead. He is right now the fastest car on the racetrack. Of course, in clean air, but his lap times 4/100ths or more better than anybody who's chasing him.
Yeah, it's a old-fashioned butt whooping right now, but the day is still young.
I wouldn't say it's young, but it's not over.
Look how that car changed.
Still got a long way.
Upset Kyle Busch. Thing really shot up the racetrack as soon as that wake crossed in front of him. Which one you betting on, Clint? Well, right now I think I'm gonna bet on Kyle Busch against this one. But I'm really happy with what I saw in Austin Dillon. It had to have been, Kevin, some sort of an air pressure deal or something. That car just instantly after a pit stop came to life. On board the Mahindra Tractors camera here with Chase Briscoe. He's running 5th right now. He kind of snuck in there on us. He's kind of been 10th to 15th, and all of a sudden here he is 5th.
That's the leading Ford in the race. Ryan Blaney right behind. Another Mustang. They're the only 2 Fords in the top 10. John Hunter Nemechek, the Toyota onboard camera. 25th. Under the cars that took the wave around just prior to the end of stage 2. Leading Tyler Reddick by not quite 2 seconds, Jamie.
What a great day it's been for Tyler Reddick. 29th and 30th to start the year with those first 2 races. Today, all they wanted was to do our best, run in the top 10, get some points and show for it. They did bad fast. They did have one bad stop.
I just witnessed the funniest thing. This other YouTuber was live streaming this race with cars. They called Larson a racist, and the chat kept attacking him, and he cuts the stream off. That's fucking funny.
More than a 1/10 of a second, so
that's fucking funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Larson has a 1.5 second lead with 78 to go in the Nevada desert. Larson Chevy over the Toyotas of Reddick, Hamlin, and Truex. Let's go Fox side by side.
This is Ford Truck Month with amazing offers.
He was flipping him off and punching the TV. Oh my
God. For the event that only comes around once a year. Featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American
punching,
Truck of the
yeah.
Year. Get ready and get the
That's
Ford
funny.
Truck
He probably broke his TV, I imagine.
Incredible offers on the new 2024 Ford F-150 only during Ford Truck Month.
Were you watching this all live, or was it a replay that you were watching?
What? Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi that works all over the house. Even the basement. The basement? so I can finally throw that party and invite Shannon Barnes.
Dreams do come true. Xfinity gives you reliable Wi-Fi with
You're
wall-to-wall
watching it
coverage on all
live?
your devices, even when everyone is online.
Maybe we'll even get married one day. I wonder what
Are
I'll
you watching
do.
the race today?
Probably still living here with Mom and Dad.
Fast, reliable speeds right where you need them. That's wall-to-wall Wi-Fi on the Xfinity 10G network.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5. That's my go-to. That's my ride or die. Just like you
Here.
and me, bag boys.
You can't send links because you're not a mod, but I'm gonna make you a mod just for a second, so you can send the link.
Oh, thanks.
I
splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized
and
my
then
car
you
insurance and I
can
saved hundreds.
so you can send the link because you can't send the link unless you're a moderator.
Did you hear that?
So you'll send the link and then I'll undo your mod.
Liberty. Can you say Auntie? Liberty. How many people did you tell? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
Welcome to the most anticipated event of the year.
I am so excited. This is the greatest thing ever.
All right.
This is the make or break moment. The chance to carve your name into space. This is the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Like, we're trying to prove a point here. We're trying to say that we're better than F1. Like right now, we're not doing jack shit. This looks like fucking, Max Verstappen and fucking, like, you know, F1. Like, it just looks like him.
So much fun doing that Tailgate Kings. Tailgate Kings, we were in the infield, went down there and saw a lot of race fans, a lot of these West Coast fans. Kevin, these are your
He didn't punch his TV,
Yeah, apparently you.
but he just abruptly ended the stream.
If you're going to dub anybody the Tailgate Kings, them guys down there, they were having a blast. Loving what they see at this NASCAR race.
But unless like he had another TV and he punched the TV before and I missed that.
Boy, the wind has picked up. Speeds into turn one are now 6 miles per hour different compared to the beginning of the race. And that's quite a headwind headed over into turn one. Joy looking back at Alex Bowman. Suarez behind them. They're back at 17th and 18th. William Byron had an incredibly fast car, maybe as fast as Kyle Larson's, but he picked up the biggest loose trash.
Oh, he was hitting it hard with the middle finger. Oh, okay, I see.
And he's been fighting his way back.
Yeah, he just abruptly ended the stream, which I think is pretty fucking funny.
Well, these cars are really frustrating to drive when you get them in traffic like that. So that's good advice from Rudy up on the pit box and everything that's going on with his driver inside the car right now. It's hard to work yourself back through traffic, and he's just frustrated inside the car.
I'm watching Tyler Reddick and his teammate that's down laps, Bubba Wallace, making a difference. Watch Bubba. He goes up. He had new tires on. He's going to get a run, and he's been pushing Reddick to the leader of Kyle Larson. See, here he comes. That's teamwork at its finest. He's going to push him right up front. They're running down the leader doing this.
Now, Bubba, after that long pit stop where they had to cut off a lug nut, is 13 laps down. So.
Yeah, it was. They called him a racist Asian, and a lot of the chat was like, wait, yeah, right?
Well, we've noted it in the past. We've seen Kyle Larson get loose on long runs.
Last week's winner, Daniel Suarez.
It's like, bro, what?
In 18th, trying to hold back Bowman and
And like, I don't agree with what Larson did. I think it was a bad thing to say that word.
With 90
But people do bad things. We've all done bad things. I've done a bad thing. You've done a bad thing. We've all done bad things. So, doesn't mean you're a bad person.
If you're going to split this into thirds, you're going to come the next 4 or 5 laps. If you're going to split this stage in half, you're going to
just means you're a fucking idiot in that moment, you know? That's all it means.
So, Larry, which would you do?
I believe I would split it in half, especially because of just having 3 sets of tires.
About the 5 of Kyle Larson. He has been the class of the field all day. What's their plan?
15 to 20 away from hitting. The cycle could start in about 10.
So that would split it in half. Full center Joey Logano back in 13th. Chase Briscoe fading a bit. Now back to 14th.
Yeah, exactly. We all make mistakes.
There in the top 5, and obviously he got a good restart and was able to get himself in a good position, but that car has continuously faded ever since we took the green.
Had good takeoff speed all weekend long. Yesterday was the same way. Not good on the long run. Jamie?
I talked to Joey about that this morning, and he said, you know, we unloaded, we were not happy. We were worried.
Oh, I obviously want Kyle Busch to win. But Larson's like, my favorite driver is Kyle, then probably, or Kyle Ross, and then probably Bubba, then probably Larson.
Just in front of him, Noah Gregson is the second Ford in the race in 12th, having a great race in his hometown. Best of the Fords is Blaney in 4th. Larson leading for Chevrolet. Reddick and Truex second.
No, probably, sorry, no, it's after Bubba, or no, after Ross, it's Justin Haley, then Bubba, then Larson.
He was falling back, had been up as 5th. And as Larry said, will likely split this stage in thirds.
That teammate being behind Reddick on those new tires, just able to glide back, let him get a run, and then get a run up off the corner and push him down the straightaways. That combination's catching Larson.
Well, the only thing that he's struggling with is we see Alex Bowman come to make his green flag pit stop, but the only thing
everybody still has to pit, but
I think he wants to run
after this pit stop, they'll be good, unless maybe overtime, but I think even they'll be fine.
Quick. Now he's in the drought.
He's in the drought.
Larson, he's going to pull right to him.
So Bowman got 4 tires. It pulls away.
You're a Chevy fans? Oh, okay, I see. I mean, I don't really have a manufacturer, like a lot of people have, like, the manufacturer, like, oomph to it, like, to the, where they love, like, a certain manufacturer. I don't really care about that, but, like, I guess I get it. So you go 24, 48, yeah.
And I think if Kyle Larson is super concerned about what's happening with that high line in 3 and 4 with Reddick, I think
for a long time I was with I was just kind of like, because, like, my dad has Toyota, my stepmom has Toyota, my stepsister has Toyota.
Seconds behind the leader.
It's a good run for Austin Dillon.
Harrison Burton, Ryan Preece.
And, like, being a Kyle Busch fan, I always loved Toyota, but I just really don't care right now.
I'm surprised about Denny Hamlin. I thought when he took the lead and was up in the front of the pack, I'm like, man, he's going to stay up here and be a part of this mix as we go through the rest of the day. But he's kind of just faded back to be 6th. But
all right, first of the contenders.
Ty Gibbs is pitting.
Is Ty Gibbs, who pits from 7th place. Jamie.
He's made up a lot of ground after that disastrous pit stop last time by. He slid into his box and they tried to change 4 tires. 1 tire got away. And oh, by the way, he doesn't have first gear, so they'll try to nail it here and help push him on the exit of his pit box.
Daniel Hemrick also stopping. Gibbs pulls away without incident.
You heard him have to lose a lot of clutch.
yeah, you got to use a lot of clutch and a lot of RPM to get that wheel spin up so you can get it out of the pit box in 2nd gear.
All right, a lot of takers now. Joey Logano, Austin Dillon, Regan.
What a great run for the 3 of Austin Dillon. Earlier on in the day, very tight with the right front. Couldn't get through the corners quite like he wanted, but they've adjusted on it. As of right now, he's been quiet on the radio this run. Happy right now.
Eric Jones, Cascarala on pit road.
Reddick at 2nd, pit road.
And Wallace continues to be his wingman. He's got a pit as well. And here comes Blaney to the pit lane. Jamie.
Tyler Reddick parks it perfectly in his pit box. Said he got a little bit tight there, especially in traffic. A little bit of an air pressure adjustment. And 4 tires here, Regan.
The 11 of Denny Hamlin. 1 and 2 is pretty good for his car, but 3 and 4 is the problem. He has been plowing in turns 3 and 4. Jamie.
Cindric is in Stenhouse, and here comes the leader, Kyle Larson.
Well, the day he's been having, Mike, it's no surprise he hasn't said a thing on the radio since he last came into pit. Car has been very good. All they've made is an air pressure adjustment on this 5 machine today. He's led a 136 laps as he parks it there. 4 tires, so clear vision. They got that tear off on. They catch the tire, work the left side.
We'll give the lead to Carson Hocevar. What a day he's had. William Byron headed pit side now. So Byron the leader. Hocevar, if he stays out, will be the leader. But no, he is coming to pit road as well. And that should pretty well complete the pit cycle.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick lost a bunch of ground on this pit stop as we watched Carson Hocevar come into his pit stop. But Reddick lost a bunch of ground with a slow pit stop.
Byron had to back up to get it in his stall. And Kyle Busch will have a penalty.
Fuck!
Oh, no. This is what we've talked about all day, guys. We can't make the little mistakes. And we see these pit roads, speeding penalties, loose wheels, uncontrolled tires, whatever the penalty is, we've seen a lot of it.
And now we're running out of time to fix the mess, right?
Now Austin Cindric has been against the wall. The Kyle Busch penalty is for pitting out of the box. Pass through pit road speed will cost him about a lap and a quarter to the leader, who is now Daniel Suarez. 5 cars have not pitted. Suarez, Gilliland, McDowell, Kraus, and Haley. None of whom were running up.
Well, this is just fucking great.
But they cycled to the
You own and drive a Chevrolet, but your dad... Sorry, I missed your comment for 2 minutes. But your dad has a 1972 Dodge Charger with a 408 stroker, so he says Mopar and no car. Yeah, yippee, Jaden. Fucking... Great!
Justin Haley to pit road as we continue under green with 53 laps to go. Now just 4 drivers at the front of the field who have not been on pit road since the end of stage 2. Here's Gilliland pitting, and that will leave just Suarez, McDowell, and Kraus. So Larry, how long do they need to go to do the one-stop strategy, Larry? When will they stop?
Yeah, if they're going to split straight down the middle here in about 3 to 5 laps, somewhere around lap 219, lap 220, looks like Suarez is coming down.
And now would be a good answer.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, you were all over that, Larry. That was spot on.
So McDowell will be the race
So it's about a 3-second lead that Larson will end up having on Reddick
in the 16 for Colin Racing.
after McDowell and Kraus pit. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome.
This is another one that we're on board with the Ford Performance camera here with Brad Keselowski. He's not had a good day either, so they've missed it today, and we noticed that yesterday in practice.
Well, when you're down and out, what do? Time to gamble. And I like this. Let's do something different. Look for a caution here. Maybe it'll pay out for us. McDowell.
So Kyle Larson currently 3rd. First of the cars that pitted. As we cycle back around, but pit stop cycle not quite complete. 34 and the 16 have yet to stop. Here is Kraus making his Cup Series debut.
And right now, the leader, Michael McDowell and Derek Kraus, they're losing a 1.5 seconds to Kyle Larson. So that's a lot of time to give up per lap.
Which means if they stay out in 5 laps, Larson will be the leader whether they stop or not.
That's right.
saying they could split it in half by stopping now, but does Michael McDowell need to stop?
Yeah, he can run another 12 to 14 laps on his fuel. That would be beyond splitting it in half. Looks like to me he decided to come to pit road right now. It's absolutely splits his stage.
McDowell is pitting. Now Derek Kraus has the lead.
See just how slick those pit boxes are right there firsthand, Kevin. You told us about it.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the concrete or the rubber on the concrete, but these pit boxes have always been as slick as anywhere that we go on the circuit. And it's really easy to slide through your pit box with the front tires locked up.
So Derek Kraus, running in his first ever Cup race, is going to get to lead his first ever Cup race. That's cool.
He better hurry.
Well, at least he led a lap in his Cup debut. That's pretty fucking cool. Most people can't say they led a lap in the Cup Series, much less their debut.
So Kyle Larson back on point. Kyle Reddick, how long before either of you left your first Cup race?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I know I didn't. My first race was at Rockingham, and I know how well I ran at Rockingham, so no, it wasn't there.
Well, we know you led your third Cup race.
That's right.
That's right.
More importantly, that's the one that gets me third race. But you know what, though? My first race I ever raced was the first win. My win came at New Hampshire. That's what was unique to me.
So Derek Kraus has made his pit stop, and now the entire field has been in. So 44 laps to go in Las Vegas. We'll take our last scheduled green flag break for the finish.
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up more deliciousness for just $10.99 than you'll find anywhere else. I mean, have y'all seen those fast food prices lately? It's like even they want you to come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Super Tuesday on Fox News Channel. Covering every state, every primary, every result, with insight and analysis you won't get anywhere else. Super Tuesday on Fox News Channel. America is watching.
Brace for impact as the baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. Listen to this place. All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8/7 Central on Fox.
I was there. You were there. Two
worlds collided.
And they could never tear us apart.
See, Home Quote Explorer lets you use like
I hate that commercial though, but that song is kind of catchy.
Yeah, we spent a lot on this kitchen.
Oh yeah, really high-end stuff.
Sorry, that's our ghost.
Yeah, okay.
It's more annoying than anything.
Too bad there's mold behind the backsplash. Yep, that's mold.
Well then, let's see if we can save you some money with Progressive.
Guess how much I originally paid for this fireplace? $23. And labor.
Just ignore it.
You got bamboozled.
Did you see that? Hear that? Feel that? Let's all take a deep breath. Because once we feel out, there's no looking back. You ready?
Air Force Base, right across the highway from Las Motor Speedway for the flyover. And
Good
all they do.
That was a cool flyover. Big flex. Glad they're on our side.
Yes. Teammates battling for 8th place. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, that was one of our stories at the top of the day. How would Chase Elliott fare here at Las Vegas? We remember this was the first race he missed after that snowboarding accident last year.
Well, we haven't seen the speed out of the 9 and the 48 like we've seen out of the 5 and the 24 today. And I definitely think that they're going to go back and try to figure out why that is. And you look behind him at Alex Bowman. It's been 2 years since he won a race right here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway was the last time he had won. So both the 9 and the 48 looking for some speed compared to their teammates.
Now let's clean up the issue of Kyle Busch in his hometown race. He was in the top 5 much of the day, but here is what has put him a lap down. The splitter is over the line at the front end of his pit box. They went ahead and serviced the car, and that results in a penalty.
And they've had 4 pretty big penalties on pit road this year, so they have the speed in their race cars. They've just had some mistakes on pit road, and at this level of racing, you just cannot have the mistakes.
That was bad judgment. They saw it, right? Probably should have backed him up before you did service on that car.
I'm drunk.
It's a price, it's a hard call to make, but it's a call you have to make.
3rd place, here is Ty Gibbs. He is battling back toward the front, and that's a hornet's nest inside that car.
So they're 19. Go back to work here.
It's tough. It's inside the car, and Ty's had a pretty challenging day with everything that he's been battling through, and it sounds like he feels like his teammates should cut him a break right there and know how fast his car is, and there you see it.
Crossing back over, now you're going to be frustrated. Yeah. Now it's warranted. I agree with you, Ty Gibbs.
And that brings their other teammate, Denny Hamlin, right back into play.
There he's going to get in line.
And you can almost see the personality in the cars, the way that Martin swerved back up the racetrack. Hey, you might be mad, I don't like the way you
Trouble turn 2.
Oh, trouble. Caution is out. That's Corey LaJoy. 33 laps to go.
I think the right rear was down right there.
LaJoy was 18th.
What a bummer, Clint. Corey was having such a good day. Ran solid in the front all day. Looks like the right rear might have been down.
I think it wasn't down. He got.
Yeah.
I can't. Let's back up. Make sure he didn't get help. The car was right on his tail. When he got loose, it obviously when he locked down. Blew the tire out.
I can't tell you guys at home how hard that apron hit is. Listen to this. Hit the apron. That last shot goes right through your spine. I know it doesn't look like much on TV, but when you watch this right here, you're gonna feel it.
I think that was Brad Keselowski that was really close to him. I want to go back and make sure that
somebody was crowding him right there.
It just looked like he just lost it.
Yeah.
Because you heard the right rear tire pop. As he's sliding with the brakes on, you heard the right rear tire pop inside the in-car camera.
Yeah, but I don't think he got help. I don't think Brad. I think he just got loose.
Yep.
He was pretty close to him, but unfortunately,
those little hits like that hurt. And you see the safer barrier move right there, and the in-car cameras don't really do it justice. How that feeling feels for the driver.
I want to thank all of our Fox cameramen. Yesterday, they were a bunch of grim faces when they were not allowed up on the roof to run the cameras during practice for the high winds. It was like, oh gosh, now what do we do? But man, they give you these great pictures.
Right along with Keselowski, yeah, totally just got loose in front of him. Did you see how fast he caught him right there? Got loose, got out of the gas, lost it.
And there are fellows back up on duty. Mike Drainus, Wilson Hastings, Steve up there as well. They're giving you those great pictures. And yes, they are tethered to the guardrail up there on the roof.
I need one of those. I need one of those for Clint in here.
So Larry Mack, you got one set of tires up on the wall and you got 31 laps to go. What do you do?
This is one of the reasons I'm publicly challenged here, because they've run about 20 laps on these tires. We're going to go back racing about 25 to 26 or 7 to go. I just think that's too many laps that you've run, too many laps to go to gamble too much. But you know what? We are in Vegas, but gambling here could be like hitting on 19. Might not work out too good.
Penis.
My moral of my story is pit and get 4 tires. You look confused, Clint.
I was running with a 19 man. Who hits on 19? Gosh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would be gambling and staying out or taking just 2 here.
Okay.
Clint's still confused.
All right, 23 lead lap cars. Pit road's going to be real busy right here, Regan.
I don't know why the lights turned on.
Fired off good on that run. Just wants a good pit stop. No adjustments because of it.
This race ain't gonna end at night.
Ryan Blaney just no grip right now with his car. Loose overall, and the right quality wasn't good. Jamie?
Reddick in the 45, a little bit tight. He said the top of the racetrack is pretty good. I can make it work. Meanwhile, the 5 Kyle Larson, happy with that balance. Told him where he was faster than the 45 in 3 and 4.
Ross Chastain, 2 tires, goes up to 2nd place as we are under caution for Troy LaJoie.
Introducing the most powerful Tacoma ever. Shut the front door handle. Also known as the Seriously Wrong handle. Or the whoa handle. And even the no me gusta handle. Standard on the all-new Toyota Tacoma. The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
Still not confident about which used car to buy?
Nope.
Why not ask the most confident person you know?
My old high school coach.
This one's got talent, toughness, the will to win.
Let me coach you on this. Just say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Look for me and stop overpaying. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Is it the final vote?
We'll finally know which egg is loved most. Reese's or Cadbury.
Choose one.
I choose both. Celebrate Easter with Reese's and Cadbury.
Welcome back to the Pennzoil 400, presented by Jiffy Lube at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 29 laps to go as 10 cars take the wave around, trying to get a lap back to equalize things somewhat. We're showing 29 cars on the lead lap at the moment. From our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering the race from green flag to checkered flag and every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven.
They're doing the choose right now. So one to go.
So we're hearing quite a few of the contenders have one set of sticker tires left. As we're going to restart with 27 laps to go. Larson and Chastain on the front row. Ross Chastain, the only driver that we noticed taking just 2 tires. Everybody else got 4.
So this is going to get wild, Clint.
Yes, sir.
They all know that the pay window is getting ready to open. We're going to have 27 laps to go when we take the green flag, and they are going to push and shove, and there's not going to be a lot of give.
Yes, this restart's going to get wild.
Now with the wave around,
What if something wilder than we expect happens?
Is on the lead lap, and
like something fucking crazy.
Man, I cannot believe I just heard you say Kyle Busch 30th place. What a hit. Bad time on that. Hard to dig yourself out this late in the run. That's a top 3 car in my opinion. Running 30th.
But you got to do all the little things right. No matter how fast your car is, Clint, you got to do all the little things right in order to win these races.
Kyle Busch held 2 fingers out the window and then 3 fingers. Not sure what he was signaling to Christopher Bell behind him. Well, let's find out how this is going to end.
Already bitches nose. Green flag, 27 laps to go.
Look at the inside. Reddick was going for it. Blocked by Larson. Now he's moving up. 3 wide, 2 rows deep, right behind the leaders.
Big run coming.
Wow, 3 Toyotas on the bottom. Push comes to shove.
Chastain on the outside, holding tough, off of 4.
For the lead.
Well, that's what everybody else wants to see. They want to see Ross Chastain hold that 5 car up because they know that if he gets too far away, it'll be tough to catch him in the shorter run.
Chastain bottom to top as they enter turn 1.
Comes Denny Hamlin looking in that middle.
Still a lot.
Come on, Ross. Yeah, Ross. There you go.
We've seen it every week. We've seen him do whatever he has to do in order to put himself in position to have a chance to win. So,
fuck.
Kyle Larson clears him. Now these other guys need to get going.
They were 4 wide for about 12th coming off turn 4. Still battling all the way through the field. Reddick Hamlin side by side for 3rd, trying to gain on Chastain. And they have closed it up to 2nd place. Gregson restarted 13th. He's up to 6th and charging.
So did he get tight away from Chastain on that outside? Here comes Reddick on the bottom.
Very good, Clint. You see Noah Gregson on the outside of Martin Truex Jr. there. He's had a great few laps here in order to put himself in position.
That car has great takeoff speed. All weekend long, all the Stewart-Haas cars were fast. Teammate as well. You see Gibbs bouncing back from his pit stop. He was slow to pits because he doesn't have a first gear. Hard to get that car out of the box. Lost some spots.
Blaney to the inside on Hamlin. That'll be 4th place.
Well, here we go with Blaney again. You know, I mean, they figured it out. They put themselves in position. They work on their car all day and show up at the end of these races and give themselves a chance to win.
You know what they call those? Champions.
4 different leaders, 3 different lines through turns 3 and 4.
On Chastain, he's still making it work. He's
starting to get tight right there.
The 2 on the exit had to lift.
3rd, we're coming to 20 laps to go.
If I look at the last 4 Las Vegas races, all with the Gen 7 car, the average of the last caution, lap 249, 18 to go. And the last 2 spring races has ended in overtime. Well, right now, 20 to go.
So overtime, a distinct possibility.
Well, yes, I like what Larry's saying there as a fan, but if I am Ty Gibbs, I do not run a caution. I need this green flag run. I know I don't have first gear in the pits. That's going to be a hindrance if I have to pit. I need to be out here and make up the difference on this racetrack. That's my only way to get a good finish.
Going all the way downstairs. Austin Dillon and Chase Elliott. That'll be for 10.
That's what we've seen most of the day. We've seen Kyle Larson kind of stretch that lead out in the first parts of these runs, and as the run will go on, Tyler Reddick starts to get a little bit closer, even out, and even surpass him on speed. Jamie?
How about Ross Chastain, guys? Remember they had that penalty before the race today. He had to start in the back, and I talked to Phil Surgeon, his crew chief. He said, we're not worried about it. This style of track is our bread and butter at Trackhouse. That combined with Ross Chastain at this track, he got his first career Xfinity Series win here. He said, we're going to be good today. They had to take a gamble to get this track position, but if they can finish in the top 10, that's a win.
That gamble includes the 23 laps he has on those left side tires so far. Brad Keselowski sniffing around the top 10. In the first half of the race, you would not have called that. This is Brad's best running position today. He was up in 12th for a little bit here. Restarted 16th. Trying to battle Austin Dillon and William Byron there for finish in the top dozen.
Granted it out. Top 10 would go a long ways for this race team.
Especially with his teammate Chris Buescher being the only car out of the race today.
I know Gregson. Great run.
And he's not done going forward yet. Ty's right. He's better than the one. Those guys on the 10 car have done a great job adjusting their car today. And look back to the start of this race and think about how he did in qualifying and everything that happened there with the speed. They've done nothing but go forward today. And this is exactly what they need, a good solid run as we see Blaney go to the outside of Ross Chastain.
Well, this is Gregson's hometown race. Clip, when you raced in Kansas, or Kevin, you in California, was a little extra pressure, maybe a little extra incentive because of the people you knew were there that followed you your whole career.
Yes and yes. I always wanted to run well. Always fun to see, fans, right? People that watched you race every Friday night down the road at Lakeside Speedway. You run into that guy. I remember vividly seeing those guys that were there when you're starting. They were certainly there at the end. Always fun to come back home. Nothing feels better.
Chastain may be about to get swallowed up here. Remember, he has those older left side tires against the cars he's racing on. Guess nobody told Ross.
Yeah, well, these guys racing side by side and just kind of bunched them up behind them and allowed a couple of those cars to creep up on them.
Tyler Reddick, he's moving around, trying to figure this thing out. Is he going to run him down? He is closing the gap, folks. Was he too fast for that last lap? See if he makes this outside line work. He rimrode out down here in 3 and 4 last time. There it is.
Well, we saw this the last run, Clint. We saw, like we said, Kyle Larson took off, and then Tyler Reddick gets up against the fence and starts to drive up towards Kyle Larson. But it seems like when he gets inside those 4 or 5 car length distance, it's like he can't get any closer.
Well, is that him catching him, or is that Larson just managing the situation in the gap?
Yeah, and
a little bit of both, probably.
I think that's probably a little bit of both. It seems like Kyle, once he gets close enough, Kyle kind of takes back off and does what he needs to do.
There's Larson answering the call. Moved up, changed his line, but look at the gap. Reddick really closed on that bottom.
Gap gone.
Yes,
Reddick
sir.
was a 1/10.5 faster than last lap. And on this lap, he is 2 1/4 seconds faster.
Got it race, boys.
Well, now it's a cat and mouse game, and you see Kyle Larson go down to the bottom of the racetrack, and that's not what Reddick wanted to see, because he gets aero tight, and a cat and mouse game. Okay, you're going to run high, I'm going to run high. You're going to run low, I'm going to run low. So,
Well, remember, both stages today ended with Reddick trying to pass Larson for the lead. Just the position we're in right now as we come to 10 to go.
Got back away from him, just like you said, cat and mouse game. Larson moved around, took his air away from him down there 1 and 2, created a gap. Now he's fastest.
and watch this entry into 3. Kyle Larson has this big, lazy arc going into 3, trying to stay in front of that 45 car of Tyler Reddick as long as he can so that the front end doesn't turn well.
That's exactly what you were talking about, the arc. Look at it getting into the corner. Look at the run. Now,
One lap car ahead of JJ.
I was looking to see if that was his teammate, Bubba Wallace, to see if he was going to help him again. Larson's doing a good job managing the line, taking the air off of him. That untimely caught him on the exit of the corner. That hurt Tyler Reddick. Once you said it, Kevin, once you get into that gap, right, and you get into the bubble, it's hard to get the job done.
But the thing I will say is Tyler Reddick, as this run goes, that top in 3 and 4, he's going to get a little braver and a little braver because he knows he's running out of laps. And if he starts to scuff the wall or has something happen, that's okay at this point.
Tyler Reddick's hungry. He's an aggressive race car driver. He's going to put it on the line. 8 to go.
Ryan Blaney finally got past Chastain for 3rd place. Ty Gibbs 5th, Noah Gragson 6th. We're starting to sort out here. Hamlin and Truex fighting for 7th. Right here. Otherwise, the top 10 pretty stable. Although 5th place beginning to close up. This is for 7th. Half a second is the gap.
Oh my goodness. That's a great shot.
That's on the fence
And
right
he's-
there. That's commitment is what that is.
He is one of the best at doing that. He and the guy that he's chasing, Kyle Larson, are one of the best at running up next to the wall. And Kyle Larson just lost another 10th to Tyler Reddick. And I think a lot of that has to do with the lap car that is in front of Kyle Larson. It's forced him to change his line. And for about the last lap and a half, he's had to deal with that.
Who's that lapper? Look at the lapper. It's Bubba Wallace, guys. That's Reddick's teammate. Will he give Kyle Larson fits? He's going to let him go. Probably the right thing to do. Now let's see if he can help Reddick like he was earlier. Maybe he can push him.
And maybe that's why Bubba Wallace backed off to get in the position he was in before, trying to get Reddick back to Kyle Larson.
Well, it would be dirty if you went up and got in the way of Larson in the front. It would be. But if he could go behind you and push him down the straightaway the way he was earlier, hey, that's a teammate. Can't catch him. No. It's going to be in Reddick's hands. He's going to have to figure this out. He's doing everything he can do. He is on the fence, full commit.
And that's where he's going to have to make up the time, is in 3 and 4, because really in 1 and 2, he's not making up much time. He's going to have to figure something out on the big end down here in 3 and 4.
Larson's your winner that lap, for sure, 92 to 99.
Yeah, where Larson is running in the middle of the racetrack just doesn't allow Reddick to be able to make up the distance that he needs to 3, 1, and 2. He did a good job.
Why are you saying Z?
Here's where he needs to gain in 3 and 4.
He caught him big time off the 2. Big run down the backstretch. See if he can carry some more momentum. Got a little bit tight on the exit. He's close, folks.
Reddick's coming.
1 and 2 last time by, maybe half a car length.
Yes.
3 to go.
76 to a 94. Look at him moving out. Moving around. Larson moving up, taking that air off of him. He's catching him. He's there.
Yeah, and Tyler Reddick has figured out a little bit through 1 and 2 where he's running up the racetrack about 3/4 of the way.
He's blocking. He's going to move up.
Here comes Reddick.
Reddick is committed to that fence. Can he get to his outside? Gets a little bit tight here. The race is on.
2 to go.
2 laps to go.
Big time took his line there. He tried up the racetrack.
He tried to surprise Kyle Larson right there by going low, and Larson saw that in the mirror and was able to pull that car down the racetrack. But Tyler Reddick didn't lose a lot of time right there, so he still didn't lose the race.
Blaney a distant 3rd, but uncontested.
This one's going to hurt.
Off turn number 4.
Ah, it's going to be Larson.
1-2.
White flag. One more time around.
Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
And that was all Kyle Larson putting his car in the right spot in front of Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick went to the bottom of the racetrack, and he lost all that momentum.
This whole race has been all Kyle Larson. You put that kid behind the wheel of a race car like this at Hendrick Motorsports, and he will get the job done. Old-fashioned butt whooping all day long. Kyle Larson.
And Kyle Larson.
Two of the best in the business come on number 4. Reddick got with
Kyle Larson wins at Las Vegas.
his 24th career win for Rick Hendrick and Chevrolet.
How about Ty Gibbs coming back up and getting the top 5 after the day he's had? Chastain, that game of paid off, 4th place. And Blaney, 3rd, champion. Grounded out.
Noah Gragson 6th, great run. Truex ahead of Hamlin for 7th. Pole sitter Joey Logano and William Byron, the top 10.
That was a rough top 10 for William Byron. He was all over the place on this racetrack today. Pretty much every position at one time. Big win for Kyle Larson. You do not want to give
Your
this
win
team
big
confidence
wins at Las
this early in the
Vegas.
game.
Great job, 5 p.m. Larson, you throw a heck of a race, man. Proud of you. Proud of all you guys. Tyler, great job. Thanks for respecting this job. Great job all around.
Yeah, at least you had something,
Times
Jaden.
that Kyle Larson has swept both stages. He also won the race, including today.
Taking care of business.
7th career win.
Kyle finished 26th. That's fucking great.
Hendrick Motorsports now 2 out of 3 for this young season. Byron at Daytona, Larson in Las Vegas.
Fixing to see about a half-mile long burnout.
And Chevrolet continues its string of victories, 3 for 3 in 2024.
They've had quite the season to start with in all 3 divisions here in NASCAR.
Tyler Reddick got within a car length with 2 to go, but could get no closer.
There's no way he does a half-mile burnout.
Cold front straightaway. Kid's getting good at him, isn't he?
He's having plenty of practice.
That's right. Good day for Reddick. Can't hang a head on that. That's a heck of an effort by that race team, that race car driver. That's hard to do up against that fence like that. He gave it his all.
He's going to go back and watch this a little bit and probably analyze that. I think going to the bottom of those last couple laps, I feel like Kyle Larson was going to go.
Kyle Larson wins at Las Vegas.
But I feel like through 3 and 4 is the top line. Yeah. I feel like that was going to be the place that he needed to be because it didn't seem like Kyle wanted to go all the way up.
Definitely not the boys here anymore, yeah.
When he did block it before, he didn't go all the way up there, so.
I think he just misread Kyle.
Yeah.
I think he thought he was going to go.
He didn't do the half-mile burnout, but it did the whole front stretch grandstand burnout, so that's nice.
And the 3 manufacturers each put a car
Or not the
in top
whole.
3 and the next 3. Chevy, Toyota, Ford, and Larson.
Hendrick is 2 of 4 races. This was close last week. 3 wide photo finish, yeah.
So, parity? Yes.
No, 2 of 3 races. Sorry.
Kyle Larson came in here as a pretty overwhelming favorite and did not disappoint.
Probably going to win 4 or 5 dirt races this week too somewhere. Here comes Owen, his son.
Owen. That's adorable.
That's awesome.
That's great. Get your feet on. What a great family sport.
It absolutely is. Kyle Larson gets his 3rd win at Las Vegas, and what a dominant performance. He sends Owen up to get the flag for him. What a day for you. I mean, you guys just had a smooth race start to finish. But Tim, you did the last 10 laps, and you're looking in the rear view, and Tyler Reddick as he's closing on you.
Yeah, no, I knew Tyler was going to be the guy to beat from the first stage. You know, he was really fast there, and I was hoping those guys were going to get racing a little bit longer behind me because I felt like it was going to time out to where, you know, he was running really hard and getting the toe to catch me at the end. And thankfully, was able to air block him a couple laps and get him tight. And I thought him and Bubba were going to get working together again to build a run, but so I was happy that didn't happen. But all in all, such a great job by this Hendrick Cars Chevy team, and just their execution, pit road, restarts, all that was great. So cool to get a win here in Vegas again. Back to swept all the stages again, so can't ask for much more.
Congratulations, Kyle Larson wins big at Las Vegas. Now he'll celebrate with his kiddos.
No, you can't ask for much more than that, guys.
No, you can't. And that celebration right there is the best, Regan.
Well, Tyler Reddick, the other side of the battle for the win there. You headed up against the wall.
Is he gonna put both of his kids in the car? That's crazy.
How frustrating is that?
Yeah, it's just the name of the prediction racing game, right? You get the lead, you got to hold on to it, and yeah, Kyle did a really good job there, pretty much taking away every option I had to close the gap. So yeah, he was, you know, he seemed pretty good in the middle, and I was obviously really good on the bottom, and he just never let me have it, right? So I kept trying to run higher and higher, and you know, he was kind of running right in the middle of the racetrack there. It was kind of pretty efficient to block both lanes. So every time I kind of got close, you know, I mean, we're running just wide enough, wide open enough in turn 1 and 2 that, you know, you can kind of defend pretty well. So it's frustrating. I feel like we were never up front really all day long until
He got both his kids in the car, and it just popped
yeah,
out
we had
the.
a really good, nasty beast Toyota Camry, and you know, just stupid mistakes on pit road. You know, same shit, different year, right? Like, it's kind of frustrating. So we'll continue to work on it, but good rebound for our team today.
Thanks, Tyler.
Same shit, different year.
Right there. Certainly frustrated. Gave it his all.
And maybe one of these kids too, as they celebrate with Dad, Kyle Larson, the winner in Las Vegas after sweeping both stages. He fights off Tyler.
Alrighty, bitches and hoes. So I don't think I'm gonna be streaming the Suns game tonight. I really don't think I will. But if by some stretch of the world I change my mind, I will be live at 9:30. And then next week,
I'll pick you up in 2 minutes.
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5. That's my go-to. Ooh, that's my ride or die. There's only you and me.
so yeah, no truck race next week.
Bag boys, what you gonna do?
The Xfinity race next week is at 4:30, so I'll be live at 4:15 for that.
Pending health insurance.
And the Cup race next week
Anyone in your family
is
has
at
Medicaid
3:30, or is it at 3:30? So I'll be live for that at 3:15. But yeah, I want to thank you bitches and hoes for watching, and peace out.
And mail it back right away, so you don't lose your coverage.